just talk about. I will be recording this for YouTube as well, so I will post this on YouTube. Judgment Day has come. Yes, it has. It actually has. Okay, let me actually. Why is the llama? It's not llama. That's alpaca. Look at the alpaca in the left, bruh. Okay, be gone. Be gone. Okay, we are ready, boys. We are ready. Yeah, Airport Day. This is very. I really like this music. We are ready. Yes, it's true. It's true, guys. It's very true. Kazuya is F tier. Don't please no nerf. Please no more nerf. I'll put Kazuya seriously at the end. I'll put Kazuya seriously in the end. Like at the end of the tier list, I'll actually, you know, put him somewhere. But the first thing you guys should notice is the tiers that I have. I literally don't have an A tier. My lowest tier is an A+ tier. Which I think every character in this game is kind of strong. They're very strong. Even the most bottom character, like bottom tier character, they're still good. In my opinion, right? That's why I have the lowest A+. I might even remove A+. I might actually even remove it. And to think that S- is the lowest tier. Leroy noises? Dude, Leroy's good. I don't know what they're smoking. Leroy is good. Leroy outputs one of the most highest damage numbers in this game. Is a good anti-meta pick because he has a lot of very good parries to stop aggression. He's not bad. I mean, he's not fucking Law or Shaheen at that kind of level, right? Or Dragonov or Jin. But he's still good. He also has a safe low. I don't know why people think Leroy is bad when he has down back 3. That's a safe low. You can parry after it. And they cannot punish it. Punish on mix-up low. Exclude Panda? Panda? I'll think about it. I'll think about Panda a little bit later. So yeah, let's start. Let's start, boys. Let's start. I'm gonna want to hear you guys thought about this as well, but of course it's my tier list. In the end, it's gonna be just me. Of course. But yeah, first let's actually start at the top because that's like the easiest thing. I don't even need to explain any of this. I'll be explaining some of the stuff. And I'll actually showcase it in practice mode as well. That's why I have it open. So no more. Nah. Every opinion should be listened to. Like I am like a huge advocate of listening to everyone because even someone who might not know something might say something that's true. Like it doesn't matter, bro. Still listen. Okay. So first let's put the S+. I think there are like 5 characters there, and they're like the characters that I'm skipping, obviously. A 3-hour vid, I know, right? But yeah, there he is. I'm gonna try to order this. It's not ordered yet, but later I'm gonna order it. So there he is. That's 1 down. Oh, there he is. That's 2 down. I can't see. I'm blind. There's another one. That's 3 down. Athlete, hello. There we go. Another 1 down. And there we go. Another 1 down. So I think these 5 are basically S+ tier. These 5. I don't know if anyone else is S+. Most likely not. No June. I don't think June is S+. I don't like June, right? I don't like it. But I don't think June is S+. Like, it's not the same tier as these guys. But what June is the most broken, unbroken character. If that makes sense. Like, these 5 just break, I don't know. They're just too brain dead. Even June's kinda like that, but it's not to their level. Eddy, I'm not doing Eddy. Like, June is very strong, don't get me wrong, but it's not these guys. It's really not. That's what I feel about it anyway. Like, these 5, it's not ordered, by the way. I will maybe order them a little bit later. It's not ordered. But these 5 are just S+. It's just how it is. And when it comes to S tier, which is like right below these guys, still strong, but they're not close to them that much, right? Some are closer, some are not. Like, the ones that are closer, in my opinion, are someone like June. Is close, but no, not to that level. Someone like Nina, close. Pretty damn strong. Well, not to this level. Jin, Right? I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with this. Like, holy hell, Jin. Very good. Leo, I think, is hella underrated. I showed you guys a lot of Leo stuff yesterday when I speed lapped it. Hella underrated. Who else? I think Hwoarang is up there. And Yoshi is also. This is not ordered, by the way. Just so you guys, it's not ordered. Hwoarang is up there. Yoshi is up there. Lee is up there. Reina is up there. Law is up there. Lars is definitely up there. Shaheen is definitely up there. I think Lily's also up there. Who else? Devil Jin is up there. No, Devil Jin is actually not up there, in my opinion. Maybe. Alisa is up there. 100%. 100%. Victor might be up here as well. Right, Lars S? Dude, Lars is pretty good in this game, man. He's pretty good. Trust me, he's pretty good. Yeah, Victor's up there as well. I think Victor's decent. I'm not sure about Paul. I'm a little bit conflicted about Paul. You don't think Victor is S? I'm not quite sure about it. I might like put him S- as well, but for now, let's make him stay here. But like, I'm 100% sure about basically everyone else. 100% sure that maybe Lars is like, maybe. But nah, I think Lars is also pretty damn good. But yeah, this S tier looks super strong. Like, actually super strong. Paul's identity is big damage. I mean, Paul is good when it comes to mixing people up. But you can rush him down very, very easily. And he doesn't really have that good counter hit tools. His keep out is down for 2 and QCB 4, right? More or less. He can also QCB 1, not QCB, QCF 1. But I'm not too sure about Paul. June not S+? Nah, I think at the top of S. Like, June and Nina are like at the top of S. This is not ordered yet, but I'm still thinking about it. Yeah, so Paul is also hard to play. Also hard to play. I'm also thinking about putting Claudio at S as well, because Claudio is actually a sleeper character. Trust me, he's a sleeper character. Maybe Brian as well. Like, Claudio and Brian are actually sleeper characters. But Claudio is also one of those that does need a good pilot as well. And same with Brian. But this is going to be, by the way, a tournament tier list. So, because any other tier list doesn't really matter to me, I don't know. So it's a tournament tier list. Which also means that it's going to be a PS5 tier list. Which also means that we're going to assume the player is also good. Yeah, Brian's very downplayed in my opinion. Brian's good, not too bad at all. He's playing Tekken 7? Nah, bro. Claudio has Fort 4. Fort 4 is one of the dumbest moves. I'm pretty sure that he has. Brian's in a weird spot. He is kind of in a weird spot, but I don't think he's bad. The only real problem I see Brian have is Heat Smash is really shit. I don't like Brian's Heat Smash. But yeah, Brian deals so much damage and very, very easily with an instant taunt immediately after. And right now in Tekken 8, there are almost all stages are wall stages, except for 2. And since we're doing a tournament tier list, right? In the new TWT rule set, you can't even choose an infinite against Brian now. You can't like purposely do it. So your chances of randoming an infinite is so much lower. That's why I think Claudio and Brian might be like pretty good for tournaments. Like, that's actually what I think. And his wall carry is amazing. He's basically gonna get the wall every time if it's not an infinite stage, right? By infinite I mean the Coliseum and the Yakushima stage, right? They're like the semi-infinite stages. So I'm like really, really considering to put them S. Yeah, one of the best combo damages. Has wall Loki after the combo damages. Will reach the wall pretty easily. Will most likely combo you pretty easily because his counter hit game is pretty strong with 4-3, 1+2, back 1, whatever, right? Devil Jin S+? I don't think Devil Jin's S+. That's just my opinion. But I really don't think he's S+. He requires, like, his Heat Smash is S+. But he still requires Mishima level thinking. Which Reina doesn't, for example. That's why I put her so much higher than Devil Jin. He can still play keep out well. Yeah, of course, it's Brian we're talking about. 3+4 is good. He still has jet upper, 14 frame punish. He still has forward 4 as a punish. Forward 1+2 in heat is very strong. That shit's holy shit, that's strong. 3+4, 1+2 in heat is strong. The charge up is good as well. It's hard to actually, react to that sometimes. QCB 1 is super dumb. Now, I think that Brian definitely deserves an S tier. I think Brian definitely does. I was Eddy. I'm not rating Eddy in this tier list. He's too new. I think Brian definitely deserves an S tier. I'm gonna order this a little bit later, but why did they give him a QCB 1? That a QCB 1+2 is safe. Heat engager. Down back 2 is safe. Mid heat engager. Nah, he does. I'm tweaking. If I don't put a Brian S tier, I'm actually tweaking. I don't know what I'm talking about. Holy shit. He's good, man. He's definitely good. Okay, I'm a little bit more conflicted about Claudio though. Just a little bit more. What Claudio is really good at is his heat is kind of busted. It's very strong. Down back 1+2 is very good. Kind of forces you to duck. Have the roster in S. I mean, that's just how the game is, man. It's just how it is. Like his Starburst, his heat is weak. No, his heat is very good. Because he has a normal hit mid launcher. Kind of forces you to not duck. He still has forward 4. He still has down forward 3. He still has back 3. It's a weaker now, obviously. And you can sidestepping it a little bit easier. But you kind of still force your opponent when you're in heat to not even try stepping. While running 2 and down back 1+2 is pretty strong. Is it in order? Not yet. Like down back 1+2 is an amazing move. Holy shit, it's good. Starburst or in heat. It's crazy. Yeah, and it's countered by his chip now. He does a lot of chip damage. Zafina and C tier. I don't think Zafina's that bad either. That's why my lowest one is A+. I might even remove that tier, I'm gonna be honest. I'll see. But yeah, I'm not quite sure with Claudio. Let me just put him here for now. But I don't think Claudio's that bad. Forward 4 is very good. Termination, hello. Forward 4 is amazing. You don't want to duck that. You don't want to get countered by that, especially. Free Starburst with a lot of damage. You don't want to go to the wall against Claudio. It's very scary. And usually you will. He also deals a lot of damage. Against sidesteps as running. I mean, if they sidestep a lot, you still have options to deal with that. Just delay your timing just a little bit. I know you Claudio players are very used to having a brain dead forward 1+2. Which is a broken move, you guys have to admit. It was a broken ass move. A mid, safe, tracking, free starburst, knockdown? Nah, you're not getting that. Actually think a little. Actually think a little and try to, do something about the sidesteps. You can still do it. Not to mention you can just, track people while running 2 way easier if they don't duck. If they sidestep duck, they'll most likely get hit by down back 1+2 or forward 4. And you don't even need to be long range. You can just go close to someone. Down 1-2 is still great, even though it's punch parryable. You can just mix it up. Back 1 is still in the game. Like holy hell, back 1 and down forward 3, which is one of the best mids to hit confirm at the wall. And the tornadoes now. The downplay of Brian must end. Yeah, Brian's 100% S. Claudio, as I said, I'm not too sure, but down forward 3 is nuts. That's a nuts mid. Actually nuts. I mean, his lows problems still exist, but he does a lot of chip damage now, especially in heat. Eddy, I'm not rating Eddy in this tier list. I'm not too sure about him. Loser accepts being S tier. Now Hwoarang's 100% S tier. Down forward 1-2. I mean, he has a lot of stuff, definitely. But as I said, I'm not quite sure about the S tier yet, but he's very good. Don't get me wrong, he is very good. Because I played a lot with him. I had one of the most fun sets with Claudio. Forward 4 being that strong is really good. It's really good for the character. Sidesteps will still work against him, but as I said, Claudio players should just, realign a little bit better, if anything. But sidestepping is still not gonna be that good against the character, You still have options. Like while running 2, if they block it, they're basically at the wall. Just don't block. You can just check with 1-2, you can check with down forward 3, you can check with back 3. Back 3 is not as good, but it's still good. You still have the down 1-2 mix-up, which, you know, has pretty decent mind games. I'm not down trying to upplay down 1-2. You can actually sidestep it, you can actually punch parry it, I know that, but down 1-2 is still good to have. Yeah, I know back 3 is much worse, but that doesn't make it bad. Is the S tier ordered? No, not yet. I will try to order it a little bit later. But I know it's much worse. I know, but as I said, it's not that bad. What's wrong with Paul? I think Paul is good as well, but what he lacks is he gets pressured way too well. And basically the meta picks against him are not gonna be... He's not gonna have a good time. When Azucena just does her stuff, where Fang or Dragonov does his stuff, Jin does his stuff, Nina does her stuff, Jun does her stuff, or Leo or Hwoarang. Like, these characters, he'll have a problem against. Because what he needs is those huge mix-ups usually, which is kind of good, which is very strong. He's one of the best in the game when it comes to that, but... Still. But I might still put him S tier, I'm not sure. Because his wall standing 1-2, that is like a... That's a crazy move. That's a crazy ass move. Like, there are a few that I'm not quite sure about. But there are a lot of good characters in the game, you know? Even the ones I'm gonna put in S- are gonna be good at the game. That's why it's still S. Yeah, I'm most likely gonna delete A+. Okay, so Asuka, let's put S- for now. Asuka is definitely S-. I don't think it's gonna be S tier. Asuka is like not as strong as some others. She's still decent, but not as strong. Same as Raven. I mean, Raven's also pretty damn good, but not as strong. Same as Steve. Like, Steve is just hard to pilot in my opinion. Where's Gaz? I'm gonna put Gaz later. Asuka is basically just play June, man. So Steve, one of the problems with Steve in my opinion is that he's hard to pilot. He's not easy to play, and he doesn't have a lot of the stuff that other characters might have with like easy pressure. But I think Steve is still really good. And I mean really good. Yeah, Zafina should be here. Doesn't really have good launchers, but that's just Steve. He never had launchers. What are you talking about? That's Steve, bro. That was Steve in Tekken 7, but he was top tier back then. He had I-17, Tekken 7, dude. It's basically the same as not having one, man. Who cares? Basically the same. His back 2, I know it just does 1+2 now, but it's not that different. It's okay. He deals a lot of chip damage. That's basically his thing now. He deals a lot of chip, a lot of pressure, has good tools. He has good counter tools. Basically an anti-meta pick because back 1 exists. And, you know, very good pressure with 2-1, peekaboo. Very good pressure with Lionheart sometimes because of the, you know, Empo stance. They're basically afraid of doing anything to you. So Steve is I think Steve's identity changed a bit, but Steve is good. Steve is not bad. Definitely not bad in my opinion. But as I said, he's still S-. Like, compared to everyone else, he's still on the lower half. Like, the biggest problem Steve has is that he's a health sweep down back 3-2, Lionheart. Doesn't give enough frames. So he has to like take risks with cancels, and especially if he goes up against someone like Yoshi, that's a hard one, okay? That's gonna be a hard one. So Leroy is also most likely here. I think Devil Jin should be here. Jack, I'm not too sure about Jack. Like, Jack's also really good. Like, there's so many good characters in this game. Let me just do this, right? Eddy's gonna be on a separate tier. Not there. No! Get away! Shit! Okay, whatever. There we go. DJ lower than Claudio. I'm gonna think about this more, right? Keep him away from Kazuya now. Realist Eddy, man. As bottom tier, yes. No, don't nerf, please. He's the worst in the game. Trust me, guys. Kazuya is definitely worst in the game. Just don't nerf him, man, please. I'm just afraid to say something good about Kazuya at this point. Yeah, Claudio is a very much easier to play. Like, this, one of the most easiest characters in the game. When someone asks me, Okay, who do I play? Someone who's simple and someone who's easy? I always say Claudio. He's like the one of the easiest in the game. We get a nerf? Yeah, dude, I'm scared. I'm just scared. But I'm gonna say it in the end, obviously. Obviously, I will. I'm not gonna just do this. That would be a little bit disingenuous. So this is not ordered. Not at all, and this is not even finished. I'll most likely change a lot of stuff. If everyone is in S tier, who do we complain about? Bro, people are complaining about S tiers as well because they're not S plus tier. Because they exist. These guys exist. That's why. If these guys didn't exist, these S plus tiers, we would be complaining about Jin, we would be complaining about Leo, we would be complaining about Hwoarang, maybe. Reina especially. I think we're gonna be complaining about Lily or Alisa or June. These characters. But these characters won't be complaining about too much. Just like, you know, you won't see a Dragonov player complaining about, oh, my character too bad. Or a Fang player doing that. Or Xiaoyu or Azucena. Right? They won't say anything. But if they get nerfed, it's gonna be the same with these characters now. What about DJ? The thing about DJ is, I thought about DJ a lot. And I wasn't too sure how to put him. And I'm still not too sure. I just, just put him here. Is that Devil Jin, what he does is his heat smash is very strong. And he deals a lot of damage most of the time. But he kind of needs an electric to deal that damage, mostly. His counter hits are a little bit iffy outside the back 4, which is a very good tool. Forward 4-2 is amazing. His poking isn't the best. Yeah, it was better. But his counter hit game at the wall is decent with down forward 1 now, because down forward 1-2 is gone. You know, the non-wall splat version on counter hit. You can counter hit that. Yeah, forward 4-4 is actually amazing. That's a very, very strong mid. In heat, he has a heat smash, basically. Best heat smash in the game. That's like not even comparable to anyone else. I'm gonna be honest. Chris Nick, thank you for follow. Yeah, I'm not too sure about Devil Jin. Is it Jun's better? I'm not sure. But when it comes to the properties, it's super strong. Yeah, it does give okay. That same thing. Actually, Jun's also wall splats. But Jun's is steppable. That's why I think Jun's is worse. I've stepped Jun's heat smash like a million times and counter hit it. I can't do that with Devil Jin. The one I might think can be close is maybe Hwoarang's or Leo's. Their heat smash is actually very good. Because they wall splat and they're not punishable if you sidestep it most of the time because they jump away so far. Same with someone like Lars. But Lars doesn't wall splat. Just jump over it. Yeah, I mean, King heat smash is really dumb too. Okay, guys, let's brainstorm a bit, right? For now, what we have to not think about is S plus tier. So S plus tier, this is definitely it. We're not changing anything. It's not even close. I can even order this. Actually, let's start ordering S plus. This is gonna be a tournament tier list. It's gonna be very, very important to consider. Is that in tournaments, this is still gonna be S plus. But first, in my opinion, Azucena is gonna be number 1 when it comes to tournament tier lists. This character is just so brain dead to play. Like, holy hell. I just don't get this character. Even the nerf they gave her basically a buff now, right? But I think Azucena is just too good in tournaments. It's just way, way too good. You don't even need to think. You can just do your power crush high heat engager anytime you want. Wild running move anytime you want. Make it track because the wild running starts out that way. With the wild running, you know, just hold forward and just delay your 3. It's pretty easy. You have forward 4 for tracking, down forward 1 for a safe mid check, 2-1 for safe anti sidestep, tool that's -3 with a high. Nah, definitely. So I'll send as number 1. I think Fang is number 2. I'm not too sure about the Dragonov or Fang being number 2, but in my opinion, Fang is number 2. It should be like this. I think this is how it will look like in my opinion. And why Fang is number 2 is while Dragonov inputs like absurd amounts of damage, like absolute absurd amounts of damage, Fang can do something similar while his damage isn't that much. But Fang plays better pressure Tekken in my opinion. Like he has ridiculous amounts of broken moves. Like heavy pressure Tekken, Fang is very, very good at that. Better than Dragonov. But Dragonov is better at like straight up mixing you up with like the hatchet kick sometimes, right? Yeah, they buffed his down back 3 right now. It's a little bit more consistent. Down back 3 still has the counter hit property. It's +4 now instead of +5. It used to be +5, but it has while standing 1-3 transition now. While standing 2 is much better. He has a hell sweep that doesn't stagger, and there's a block, you know, full crouch down forward 4. -15 now, it always used to be like that. So, and I think Fang is better. He has Genpo still. He has a punch parry. He has the launching punch parry if he just, you know, parries 2 things instead of one thing. He still has back 4 which tracks. His heat is... Holy shit, his heat is strong as well. He has a wall splatting heat smash. He has a shoulder heat engager, which, you know, goes into heat dash. He has the jumping kick that instantly guarantees a mix-up. And if you're close enough, basically it's either a launching low or a very scary mid. I-12. Isn't the shoulder 13? I think it's shoulder 13. But yeah, same thing. It's very strong. So yeah, I think Fang is definitely better than Dragonov when it comes to tournaments. How about hello? But when it comes to like long sets, I think Dragonov's better. Forward 2 is good as well. Forward 1+2, he has a high heat engager that's safe, by the way. He has one of those. He is one of those characters, he has it. Which is dumb. He has a back turn power crush as well. He has a keep out forward 4 as well. Now, I think in tournaments, Fang is definitely better. Time frame back 1, in the heat it's a natural. Nah, I think in tournaments he's better. Maybe in long sets Dragonov is better, but tournaments it's definitely. Yeah, and the wall staying 1 string. Yeah, I already talked about that. So Dragonov, we all know why he's here, right? I'm pretty sure you guys understand why he's here. In tournaments he just deals so much damage just from 1 launch. He can deal so much mix-up pressure. Like he can just pressure you with hatchet kicks, down 2s, full crouch move, QCF 4, while running 2, back 1+2. He has 1-3-2, which not enough people talk about, normal hit launcher. He has a back 2 mix-up into full crouch, and you can just instantly mix someone up with that if they respect it. His down forward 1-4 is a counter hit launcher, deals amazing damage, QCF 1 amazing damage, QCF 2 amazing damage. The slide is still there, it can work. It's just Dragonov. I don't think I need to explain him too much. Xiaoyu is the same. I don't think I need to explain her too much. Her damage is absurd. Her heat is absurd. Her crushing is absurd. And her mix-up potential is also absurd. Because, you know, Hypno stance. Especially in heat. Full throw game as well, yeah. Oh, and also, yeah, I forgot. Fang is also one of those characters. One of those rare characters in this game that still have a back turn throw mix-up. Not a lot of characters have that anymore. He's one of the few that has that. The 1+2 or 1 or 2 from back turn. You still have to guess. But Raven doesn't, for example. He doesn't have that anymore. So now King. I think we all know King. That King literally can do a 10-frame giant swing. Counter hit once. And win the round. Or just hit 1 crouch dash throw because it's homing. You can't step it anymore. Just crouch dash throw. And if they just guess wrong, they die. That's just King. That's King. But as I said, he's still at the end of S+. Because he's still not that easy to pilot. Also, he has a high power crush. That's a heat engager. Most characters can't punish it depending on the range, even though it's -10. He has that fucking finger pointing at you. And then you're shitting your pants. And he can block after it. Do I think there'll be many Kings? I don't think so, actually. Top 16, maybe. Top 30, or top 30 to top 16, maybe, right? But top 8, I don't think there'll be many Kings. Japan doesn't have Kings. And there won't be a lot of players traveling too much. Like too many King players traveling there. Back 3, not heat engager, man. It's just back 3, high power that does a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a back 3. It's not heat engager. So yeah, the back 3 does like 40 something damage with Oki. That's really strong. They just throw it out every time. He has that Gigas power crush. I don't know the input for it, when he, pumps his chest out and power crushes into a heat engaging mid that's safe. That's very strong. Japan has a bunch of kings. Only one I know is Hakayo. That's the only one I know. But Hakayo might make it to top 8. I guess he might. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Kairi, I don't know Kairi. I actually don't know him. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see him. Who knows? But as I said, he's still hard to pilot. I think we'll see more Azucena's, Fangs, and the Dragonovs. Basically, Azucena's is what I mean. You'd be surprised if Ace can play as well. I think he can. He has the potential to do it. They have King only tournaments? Damn, that's crazy. I did not know that. I only knew Hakayo. Just duck the grabs? Yeah, just duck them, bro. Not like he has a safe mid with 4-3 that will mix you up into a throw, into Oki. No, not at all. Not like he has a tracking down forward 2, tracking down forward 1, counter it back 1, which you can counter it confirm sometimes into a launcher. So yeah, not King. King is brain dead, man. I don't know why they kept down forward 1 and down forward 2 tracking if throws track anyway. Why did they do that? And down forward 2, counter confirm 1, now doesn't even require any kind of execution or thought. You just combo after it immediately with back 1-2. It's so easy. Down forward 4-3, back 1-2 basically works every time. They are more linear. They are more linear, but they basically still track. More linear doesn't mean linear. It doesn't. It really doesn't. They will track you most of the time. And I know this shit because I play against some King players that I can never step them. Almost never. Very, very rarely. No King down play here, boys, please. Down forward 2 is basically a tracking move. Same with down forward 1. Forward 3, I agree, it is linear. Forward 3 you can more or less step. But down forward 1 and down forward 2, crazy. They're mids as well. And throws track. Also, they made the 1+2 throw easier. King C tier? Definitely. Definitely. So yeah, S+, I think it's undisputed. No one would even argue about something like this. I just ordered it in tournaments. I think this is how it is in tournaments anyway, in my opinion. Now this is gonna be trickier in S tier. He doesn't have a backdash. Oh, true, man, true. He doesn't have a backdash. He has to Jaguar step, which is like a one-butted backdash. Back to +4. He has to Jaguar step, bro. That's so shit. To cover like 2 backdash distance. That's so shit, bro. Also has shove. I haven't forgot to mention the shove. 4-2-1 heat engage guaranteed afterwards, or wall splat might be guaranteed afterwards if near the wall with it, right? So nah, this character, man, pretty good. Chest bump, pretty good character. Okay, let's actually stop with S+. I don't need to like talk about how good S+ is. I'm pretty sure literally everyone knows. Everyone knows that they're broken tier. They need to be nerfed, more or less. But now this is where things get a little bit complicated, the S tier. Like, it's pretty complicated. So June, I think, should be at the top of S tier. It's either June or Nina, in my opinion, to be at the top of S tier. I'm not quite sure which, but I think I put June there because June doesn't require execution for her stuff, while Nina requires execution for her stuff. Yeah, I think that's like their defining factor, easy to play. Well, Nina isn't as easy to play. Like, Nina is still very strong, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Nina's harder, like, it's not even comparable. Reina top 3 in S? I'm not sure. But I don't think Reina is as good as Jin. In my opinion, right? She might be, but I don't think she is. Because Jin just has so much stuff going for him, man. And the thing about Reina is, she is really good. Don't get me wrong, she is really good. But I do think Jin is better. So this is okay when it comes to the order, June and Nina. I think that's okay. Yeah, Jin has way too much going for him. And yeah, Jin is also easier than Reina, in my opinion. I know 4-4-2 alone makes Reina stupid. I know. But Reina's 4-4-2 options, if you know the matchup, which I assume the opponent will know the matchup. I'm not saying they don't, right? Like at 4-4-2, they might sidestep right sometimes, they might fuzzy duck sometimes, they might interrupt with jab sometimes, which is good to do sometimes, you know? I just said sometimes like 4 times. So, yeah. It's not just, you know, 4-4-2 into I don't know the matchup, I don't know what to do. That's why I don't put Reina as high like as Jin. For now, it's not ordered, right? But I think Jin deserves this spot. Jin has better tracking. I mean, Jin has a magic 4, which is good. His electric is decent. It's not better than Reina's electric, but Jin has forward 4, which is very different. Also, forward 4 is decent. Forward 4-2 is bonkers. Jin's forward 4-2 has phantom range. It hits when it doesn't have to hit. It's very weird how what forward 4-2 does. Why is Nina S tier? I think Nina's very strong. Like, Nina's very good. Nina deals a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage, even from a low parry, if you have a bit of execution. Also has a sidestep 4-1+2 with jails. Why does that jail? 11 frame hit engager is a punish. Why is that a thing? Forward 4 sidestep cancel. Why is that a thing? That's super strong. Forward 4 into a high is also a thing. Also has counter hit 4-2-1-4, which you don't need the mid. They basically implemented the mid there. So that's the countered option, the 4 is the knockdown option. But the high still counter hits as a launch. Crazy. Down 2-2 is still very good. They actually buffed it in the sense that it's a mid now, so it's not launch punishable if you duck it. And down 3-4 is a counter hit move now that wall splats. High crush. You can't duck it, but it has a mix up at the wall with the 2. Now, Nina's strong. Nina's very good. And not to mention the power crush hit engager that she has that's mid. And it tracks fully to one side. Down 2, you don't even... Like, down 2 is strong, don't get me wrong. Sometimes they can react to it. But Nina is also one of the few characters that still has the tracking mid counter hit launcher that covers mid-screen and is -5. That's what... She is one of the few characters that has something like that. In the form of down back 2. I think that's the input, not down back 2. Yeah, down back 2, I think that's the input. Which is crazy, that's a very good move. And yeah, don't get me started on the power crush, man. I already was talking about it. It's a tracking. It tracks left side. Basically tracks fully left side. You can step it to the right, but it has slide tracking to the right as well. Or would I put Kazuya? I'm gonna put Kazuya a little bit later. So yeah, Nina definitely deserves this spot. And her pressure is insane with down forward 1-2. She used down forward 1-2 crouch dash, got buffed as well when you wall standing 4 after it. It beats a lot more options now. You have to sidestep it. And sidestep punishing that is gonna be hard. Okay. So I think Jin deserves this spot. What do you guys think? I think Jin deserves to be number 3 in S tier, more or less. Compared to others. Because he just has so many options. Costin, hello. Also in chain chip damage, in heat, amazing health recovery sometimes when it comes to the heat smash. But Alisa, I mean, Alisa is really good too. I would put Alisa higher. Of course, she's not supposed to be here, but I don't think I'll put her too high because, dude, someone like Hwoarang, man, I don't. Leo is better than Jin. These two are actually really close. Don't get me wrong, they are very close. Even Hwoarang's really close. Like, these three are very close to each other. These three characters, in my opinion. So it's a little bit of a weird one for me to order them correctly. Because all three of them have a heat smash that wall splats that transitions to the plus frames into mix-up. Jin has like way more options than both of them, but the Hwoarang, for example, he shits out damage like it's nothing. Same with Leo, he also shits out damage like it's nothing. He gives no fucks. One launch, and the only thing they have to think about is, okay, let me use my tornado at the wall, and then I will do 120 damage. It's not finished, no. It is not finished. I'm doing it still. Hello, by the way, Sawa. Like, literally the only thing they think about, Leo players, is, oh, man, I have to do forward 4, 3-4 at the wall, just so I can get the unscaled ender, and then deal 120 damage. Okay, that's hard, right? That's very hard. It's not that hard. It can be pretty good. So, yeah, Leo, these three, I'm not too sure how to order correctly, but I still think Jin is harder to play than both of these guys, so that's going for Jin. Like, that's like a plus. But Jin has a parry still that can work really well. Down forward 1, having that is really good as a wall splatting option. Down forward 4-4 is still a thing, if anything, it can sometimes work. Hell sweep is still a thing, it has decent oak game. Down back 4 is great, down 2 is great, down 4 is amazing to have. Down 3 is like a new low high, down 3-4. Very good. New wall standing 4 as a punish, wall standing 4-4. New wall standing 13 framer as a punish, you know, the hell sweep. I think the input is while standing 1-3, 2-1, 4-3, or 4-4, something like that. That does like knocks down, decent okay. It's not as good as normal hell sweep, but decent okay. His punishment with back 1-2, I didn't even mention back 1-2. Oh my goodness, why did they give Jin back 1-2, which is basically a high, right? And wall splats from Narnia. What? Why? Devil Jin has back 1-2, right? But I think Jin's might be better. That makes no sense to me. Actually no sense. 12 frame punishing wall splat like that. Straight angle. It's crazy good. And even in the open, it deals decent damage with a good Oki. Back 1-2 is insane. Insanely good. His heat is very good as well. He can do omen mix-ups at the wall if anything, and he wants like high reward with not as much risk outside of the hell sweep, right? But he doesn't even need to do that. He has forward 4-2, heat dash, heat smashes are amazing to have. He has some plus frames in form of the down 4-3-3, I think, or 1-3-3. But I think his biggest thing is he doesn't have that much plus frames when it comes to his mids, right? A mid plus frame tool. But Jin is really good. But I'm still a little bit conflicted about the placement of Jin, because he is way harder to play than someone like Hwoarang or Leo. And I mean way harder. Like these two are very easy. Leo is very easy. Hwoarang is also pretty easy. Hwoarang is harder than Leo, but Hwoarang is also easy. Only thing you need to do about Hwoarang is, oh, let me just memorize my options. That's it. It's complicated, but not hard. So I think Jin... Yeah, Akuma was hard, but still top 1. Exactly, but Akuma was still not harder than the Mishimas, man. Like, definitely not even close. I think Jin still deserves this. I think Jin does deserve it. Let's just put Jin here. I think this is like an okay assumption. Okay placement is what I want to mean. He definitely deserves it. I think Leo still deserves this over Hwoarang because it's so much easier to play. Like, so much easier to play. But Hwoarang definitely needs to be in the top 10. This is top 10, right? 5, it is top 10. Yes, Hwoarang deserves to be in the top 10. You guys just saw what I did, right? At the start of the stream, I couldn't believe my eyes the amount of damage I was outputting from a 10... He becomes Akuma in heat, bro. Why does he have a 10 frame counter hit launcher that deals 100 damage? Actually, it will deal more than 100 damage at the wall. It does 100 damage in the neutral, outside of the wall. Or a counter hit down forward 4 now, which also deals 100 damage. Or a counter hit down back 4 now, which also deals 100 damage. And he still retains heat. He still has the heat smash, which is also really strong because it wall splats into a right flamingo mix-up on block. It's crazy. It's actually crazy good. And he now has a 3-4, which is a double mid, that can be used in right flamingo, which is also very good to do. It's not bad at all. Holy shit. This character, man. Yoshi S+? Nah, definitely not. Definitely not. So I think top 10 should be like this. Let me just look over the other characters, because I don't think anyone else deserves top 10 as much as they do. Even Alisa, who I think is pretty BS with the chainsaws, at least she doesn't have a million damage combos, or a wall splatting, not wall splatting, 10 frame launcher, or a wall splatting heat smash, or anything like that, right? She doesn't have that. Okay. Reina, yeah, Reina is good, but I don't think she's top 10. Maybe top 11, I would put like Reina like right there, because Reina's really good. Let me tell you that. She's really good. But she's hard to pilot, which makes her, you know, a little bit iffy to play, but still. Okay, let me see who I should put next. Most likely it is Reina. Let me think about it a little bit. Yeah, I don't think it's Alisa. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Reina. Something like this, basically, is what I mean, right? Well, Reina is top 11. Yoshi and Shaheen will be S+. Dude, Shaheen will be very, very strong when these characters get nerfed. Like, the thing is, when these characters get nerfed, most likely they're gonna drop down here. Unless they massacre him. Maybe they will drop down here as well. But these characters will be absolutely phenomenal and amazing at the game when these characters get nerfed. Or do I think Paul is that low? I might actually buff him. Not buff him, but put him here. I'm still thinking about Paul. But everyone else just gets so much easy pressure tools, and Paul doesn't really have that. His mix-up tools and damage is insane, right? He just needs one thing and he'll just kill him. But that low, no, I'm still ordering. But when you say that low, this is not low, bro. This is still S tier. People are saying, why that low? It's S tier, bro. Even my lowest ones are S minus. What do you mean low? I'm just saying that the character maybe is not as good as some of the other ones. Instead of tiers, everyone's S tier. I mean, if I do the same thing, I could just say top 5, top 10. This will just take a while. But this actually is more accurate because I think that the strength should be represented. It should be. It definitely should be represented. That even someone like Brian, for example, which most likely is top 20, is very strong. Like when I say top 20, people might think, oh, Brian's garbage, why is he top 20? Not even mid tier. But when I say he's S tier, then people might think, oh yeah, he's strong. But that's more accurate. He is strong. I need to downplay everyone. Top 20 equals bottom 10. I mean, that's bottom 12. But as I said, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's top 20, top 32. It doesn't matter. Even if you're literally bottom 1, you're still good at the game, man. I don't understand why people are so fixated about tops and bottoms. Pause on that. Pause on that, but yeah. You guys understand what I mean, I'm pretty sure. That's why I think this is more accurate. Brian is good, but he also sucks. True. Just like Kazuya is good, but he also sucks. True. I agree. So Reina, I think, deserves it. Yoshi should be higher. Nah, at least Yoshi takes a little bit of skill. Just a little bit, right? You need to play the game, more or less, while Hwoarang kills you with one combo. Same with Leo and Jin. Well, Jin not as much, but these two characters, holy fuck, they're easy to play, and then they just kill you. Hwoarang needs one counter hit to kill you. In heat, right? Or one whiff punish to kill you. Gets the wall every time. Jiminy, hello. That up 4 3+4 carry they gave to Hwoarang is one of the dumbest shit wall carry options I've ever seen. They just do it 3 times and they get the wall. Easy. The damage on it isn't even that bad. I wish it was worse. Trust me, I wish it was worse. Same with Leo dealing absurd amounts of damage. But, yeah. Okay, Reina, I think is somewhere close to them. Breaking the plus frame against everyone must be something. Yeah, Yoshi is actually a very good pick against someone like Hwoarang or someone like Nina. Right? Good pick, but this is not a counter pick tier list. It's not. Like, he can also be a good pick against someone like Fang, maybe. I'm not quite sure, right? When you just break the plus frames and, you know, you have some good techs against some characters. Even though they might be better than you. But this is a general tier list. As I said, it's not an anti-tier list. Is Yoshi good against Reina? Can be good, because after 4-4-2, you can flash and stuff like that. Can be good. What level? This tournament. This is a tournament tier list. PS5 tournament tier list. I'm not doing a ranked tier list. I don't think those kind of tier lists matter to me. At least for me, right? A competitive play tier list. That's why Azucena is number 1, and not someone like Dragonov. So competitively, someone like Reina will be harder to play, someone like Jin will be harder to play, even someone like Nina will be harder to play. But I still think Nina is very, very strong, even though the execution is there. But Leo is super piss easy. Same with Hwoarang. Like, Hwoarang is more complicated, but he's not that hard to play. Trust me. It's just that you have to remember what your options are and then choose the correct options. That's the only hard thing. You don't need to delay your timing like a Mishima has to do, for example. Or you don't have to, like, make things track because you have tracking moves anyway. Like an RFF down forward 3, dumbass move. So, yeah, same with Reina. Reina, I don't know if I can count Reina as a Mishima. I'm gonna be honest, man. She's just plays so weirdly. Heat engager counter he has against everyone. Oh, he does. He can't counter heat engagers. Heat engagers are plus 17. You can't flash that. You can also buffer into heat engagers. You cannot flash that. If you duck F tier, if you don't S tier. I mean, that's like one of the problems with Paul, right? His mix-up potential is very good, but it's a little bit iffy other than that. But he's also very strong. Like, his wall staying 1-2 is really good. Is a Mishima for non-Mishimas? That's actually accurate. Yeah, I think only Kaz and Devil Jin are basically the Mishimas of the game. Like, I don't feel like Reina is a Mishima. I don't feel like that. Has a down forward 2 launcher. I mean, Devil Jin has it too, can. But her combos just feel non-Mishima. I'm not sure. While Devil Jin feels like a devil when it comes to combos, but Reina deals 100 and something damage. Has evasion. Has safe mid and heat with up forward 3+4. Has a lot of crushing. Has that god kick. It's crazy good. Is it Tekken without Lei Wulong? Yes. It is. Don't add that guy. Please. Do not. That was a polite edition, by the way. Yes, it's a polite edition. Do not add Lei. Harada, do not add Lei. No matter what. I am not going to deal with a heat smash or a heat engager from each fucking stance. Imagine Lei has a heat engager from each stance. 10 heat engagers. Or a heat smash from each one. Or 10 heat smashes. No, don't. Please. Please. Arslan said the same about only 2 Mishimas. Yeah, kind of. Lasers from Tiger stance. Yeah, no. Please. So, yeah, Reina maybe should be here. Please add no. Most likely she should be here. Another question? What's the question, bro? Another one. Maybe Alisa should be next. I think Alisa and Lily are very strong as well. But the thing is about tier list and Tekken 8, like this is very, very important for you guys to realize that these characters are actually very, very strong when it comes to, not strong, but very, very close when it comes to their strength. Edge, hello. Mythos, hello. Like, they're very close. It's very hard to actually order this. Is it fully ordered? I'm ordering it right now. It's not ordered yet. So if I say something like, oh, Lily is better, or Alisa is better than Lily, Wild Strider thing for follow. What I mean by that is the difference is very, very minimal, but maybe in most situations it's better to play this character than the other in tournaments. Is it Tekken without Lei Wulong? Fuck Lei Wulong, bro. I do not care if it's Tekken or not anymore. I just don't like the character. I don't like his stances. I don't like how brain dead he is. I don't like how everyone downplays him. I actually don't like anything about the character. You know? To be quite honest. Even in Tekken 7 he was super good, but no one would want to realize that. No one. No one would say that. Fuck that character. You ignored your second question? I didn't see it, bro. Oh, is it Tekken without Heihachi Mishima? I mean... yeah, I saw it. I mean, without Heihachi, it is kind of weird, I'm gonna be honest. It is weird, but... as long as my boy Kazuya is in, I don't care. That's it. This is the only character that matters, boys. If Kazuya is in, it's Tekken. If he's not in, it's not Tekken anymore. That's it. That's the law. Okay, Yoshi should be here. Alisa most likely is here. After Reina, most likely. But like, Law is really good too. Lily is really good too. Shaheen is really good too. Like, Lee is really good as well. Yoshi is also really good. Lars is also really good. Like, how do you order these 7, right? 7. How do you order these 7? Where would I put Kaz? I'm gonna put him at the end of the stream. That's why I'll do it. First, for now, he's here. Lee's underrated? Yes, he is. I think Lee players right now might be complaining that, oh, the tornado doesn't wall splat anymore, so we're much worse. You should shut the fuck up and wait for a hot patch, on a hot fix, whatever they're doing. That's not intended, it's gonna get fixed, man. Who cares? If you're complaining about that, stop complaining about it. It's gonna get fixed. You're gonna get your OP wall combo back, don't worry. With 100 damage. It's already so strong, right? But they're still complaining about it, but yeah. Yeah, Law is very strong. Like, I don't know what to do about these 7 characters when it comes to ordering them. You hate Lee down 3? I mean, Lee down 3, at least it's better than some other lows that Booyah lows, like fucking Leo's 1. Holy shit, Leo's 1. Leo's down 4, 2+3 is bonkers. So what do you guys think should be after Reina? In my opinion, one of the most annoying characters to play against is either Alisa, Lily, or Yoshi. I think those three should be taking the spot. Either of those three, right? Like, Yoshi's flash is just so weird to deal with. It's so annoying to deal with. He shits out damage a lot as well. He actually deals very good damage with consistent combos. He has a bit of inconsistency sometimes, a little bit of bugs. But these three are actually like pretty close to each other. It's a little bit of a hassle to order them, right? But I really want to order this tier list. I don't want to just put shit in and say, oh, this is done, guys. I mean, I don't want to do that. Alisa. Lily. I mean, Lily's also good. I think Lily should be here, to be honest. I think something like this makes more sense. Like Lily, Alisa, Yoshi makes more sense than anything else. Because Lily's sidestep is so good. Even though Alisa has a better backdash. Yokizi, thank you for following. Like, Lily is actually pretty decent in a lot of matchups just because her sidestep is so easy to do. Her damage is really good, her wall carry is really good. Punishment is decent. Counter hits are okay. Mix-ups are decent with down forward 3, down 3. Tracking is a good. Like, Lily players, do not downplay your fucking tracking. I've been hearing Lily players downplay her tracking since Tekken 7 started. I swear, don't downplay that. Holy fuck. Forward 3 is a broken ass move. I know it got. I've been so happy it got nerfed. I'm so happy it got nerfed. Okay. Yes, sir, mains. Harsh, yo, you don't need to be that harsh, man. Harsh, you don't need to be that harsh. So, yeah, it's really good. Really, really good character. But her heat smash isn't that good just because it's a high startup, right? But it has, like, basically infinite range. It's pretty good. Having heat and the conflict situations, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be conflict or coin flip situations. Gotta go by your name, true. Like Alisa, I think everyone knows the chainsaws, the down for 1+2, jailing, stuff like that. I think the biggest thing about this is that down forward 1 to chainsaw, no, down forward 1 to 1+2, I think the input, that's a counter hit natural, which should not be a thing. It deals 50 something damage, that's a combo from a 13 framer. Which character out of the 33 has the worst mains? The worst mains? Let me think about it. It's definitely a waifu, that's like number 1. It's either a waifu or bears. But let me just go with my biased opinion because I despise bears with all my passion. I think it's bears. Okay, no, it's not bears. Let's not go with the biased opinion. It's not bears. Most likely it's Lily. Either Lily or Asuka. But most likely it's Lily. Like, holy shit, man. Lily players, they'll never tell you, oh, my sidestep is so strong that the character's actually good. No, they'll never say that. Never. They'll never admit anything good about the character. Not even a little thing. And they only care about, oh, my character looks good. That's the only thing I care about. But then they will fucking complain about the character and they just win, they lose. No. No, man. Learn the game. Actually play Tekken, sidestep a little bit on purpose instead of spamming it every time. Fucking doing this. Every time they're minus or blocking something, just this spam sidestep. Well, actually the controller here, let me remove it. Let me remove that controller. Oh, I just blocked something. Fucking sidestep immediately. Because I'm playing Lily. What else am I gonna do, right? Actually, sidestep with purpose, guys, and maybe we're gonna get there. 2-4 on block and the sidestep. Did everything on block and the sidestep because Lily has good frames. Okay. Alisa. Okay. Alisa makes sense, as I was already explaining. She even has a chainsaw hell sweep now from the, you know, the fly chainsaw stance. You can hell sweep after it and has a mid mix-up, which is punishable, but it is there. So yeah, Alisa makes sense. I don't think there's too much debate about this. Yoshi also makes sense to be in S tier. It's a little bit hard to put him a little bit lower than all the others, but I think these guys are just so much more bullshit than Yoshi, I'm gonna be honest. Just so much more bullshit. He has that he has that fucking annoying ass guard break that I just discovered that no one uses. Yoshi players, I didn't say anything, ignore what I said. He does not have a guard break. But anyone else that's not a Yoshi player, listen attentively. He has a fucking guard break. Yoshi players, close your ears. Shh, close your ears. He has a guard break that has 14 frames guaranteed in heat, and it's a wall splat with 1-1. What do you mean they don't use it? I've never seen a Yoshi player use it. I don't know. He has a lot of damage, guard break, flash. Let's not talk about flash. Swordless flash being a launcher with like very, very good range. Decent punishment with back 2-2. And also, I don't think a lot of people are talking about this. And I think Yoshi might be one of the only characters in the game whose heat dash after like a 14 frame move actually launches. Is there anyone else that does that, guys? I'm not actually sure. Because Yoshi back 2-2 is a launcher. That's a 14 frame mid punishment tool. Jin with 4-3-1. Is 4-3 14? If it's 14, then Jin also is another one. As I said, I'm not quite sure. Like someone like Shaheen, for example, down back to 1 is not a launcher. But Yoshi's is 1. Yes, so Jin is also another one. Damn, okay. No wonder he's here, right? 4-3-1 is also very strong for Jin. But yeah, Yoshi is good. Yoshi's really good. He basically changes your playstyle the moment you see him on the screen. When you see Yoshi and you're playing against the Yoshi, you're just thinking about, okay, I can't play normally now. That's literally the first thing you're gonna think about. Okay, he has flash, fuck me. Now I can't use my plus frames anymore, fuck this character. That's what you're thinking. So, he's pretty good. Jin getting away with the murder? Yep. Yep. But yeah, as I said, Yoshi is really good, especially in this game. King does that as well. King sometimes does it, but not that much. I think Xiaoyu does that a lot. Xiaoyu does that a lot. When you see the character, fuck this bitch, man, I can't use mids anymore. That's what Xiaoyu does. While Yoshi is a little bit different. Fuck this guy, now I can't use my plus frames. And it's when you go up against Lilia, fuck this bitch, I can't fucking use moves now. She's just gonna sidestep everything. Right? Some characters do that. Some characters just do that. But it's just how Tekken works. You have to like adjust to each character, it's just how it is. There goes your ability sidestep. Okay. So I think this makes sense so far. I might like go over all of it a little bit later as well. But yeah, so far it makes sense. Now let me see who's left. I think out of the people who are left, I think either Law or Shaheen should be like next. Either of these two. But I'm not quite sure. Maybe most likely Law is better, but maybe it's because I don't see Shaheen that much. Maybe that's why I think Law is better. But Shaheen is crazy strong. One of the most underrated characters in the game, in my opinion. I think Claudio should be higher, dude. When you compare Claudio to the others, he's not that strong. But he's still very good, as I said. Like, very good. But I don't think Claudio is as good as someone like Shaheen or Law. Or Yoshi. Or Alisa. Or Lily. These characters are all bonkers, in my opinion. Actually bonkers. Like bonkers. But I think I might put Devil Jin in S tier as well, most likely. Like, he's good. He's not bad. He should not be here. I just put him here for, like, whatever purposes. I didn't know where to put him. But most likely I put him high. Like, in the middle here somewhere. Like, maybe after Lars. Maybe. What's my highest rank? I am the highest ranked. I'm GOD. With Kaz. I think Law makes sense. I think Law makes sense over Shaheen. Even Shaheen might be better, but I just don't have enough experience against Shaheen players that much. I played against the Sephi a couple of times, but still. Shaheen's better than Law. It might be the case. I am actually not even doubting that might be the case. But as I say, I don't have that much experience when it comes to Shaheen, but... Let's actually put Shaheen higher than Law. Let's just do this. Let's say fuck it and just do it. Let's just do it. Because Shaheen, His slide doesn't require anything for his mid follow-up. While Law at least has to turn around 1+2, sometimes they might fuck it up, even though most likely they won't. Law is better in heat. In heat, Law is better, but Shaheen's heat is crazy. Shaheen's heat is really crazy though. An unblockable high that you can throw out at literally any time if you just buffer it correctly. Like the only issue that unblockable high has, not unblockable, guard break high. Only issue it has is a skill issue, basically. Because you can literally buffer it anytime you want. I can do a down forward 1, and if I buffer it correctly very, very early, I can do it almost instantly afterwards. Or a 1-2, start buffering it at the start of the 1 jab, and then do it. So it has a lot of potential, the buffering on that down up too. Like his heat mix-up potential is crazy. Literally any mid he does is will be duckable, like will be ducked sometimes, just because of that high existence. Like after heat engager, that high will just kill you, and wall running 2 is a mix-up for it. That's crazy. It's really crazy. It's not replaced yet. I'm gonna put the Devil Jin somewhere here, most likely. Somewhere in S tier. I just put him here. So as I said, it's not finished. This tier list is not finished. I'm ordering stuff in S tier, but it's not finished yet. Yeah, Shaheen is just crazy. His punishment with 2-3 is good and 4-2-3 is good. It doesn't wall spy anymore, which is a bit worse, but it is definitely good. You're here for the Brian talk? I'll be talking about Brian a bit later too. I'm pretty close to him now. So Shaheen also has one of the cheapest mechanics in the game, which I don't think anyone is talking about because everyone's just, you know, saying about Azucena and Victor or someone like these characters are basically hogging all the attention, while Shaheen is getting away with a high power crush heat engager. That's safe. With like, I think more range than Azucena's one maybe. He's getting away with murder with that. Actually, murder. So yeah, he does have that too, which is, it's pretty good to have, let me tell you that. Yeah, back to him having a normal hit as well, deleting gray health, that's very good. Down forward 1 is basically tracking with -1. Down forward 1 is still really good. Back 1 is really strong. Oh, I forgot back 3. The mid, which is like basically something like a Mishima forward 4. On counter hit guarantees down back 2. That's crazy. While standing 1 got buffed. On counter hit it guarantees down back 2. Which is a wall splat heat engager. Very strong. Dude, Shaheen is very strong. Shaheen is very, very good. Yeah, Shaheen's power crush is crazy. On your way for redeems. I can respect that, bro. Thank you for the 3 stream streak. Did I just say that? 3 stream streak. That was fast as fuck. Was back 3 neutral? I think it used to be neutral. I'm not quite sure. But right now it's plus. I think it's +1. Or +2. I don't remember how much, but I think it's plus. Okay, Law. +3? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. For a counter move like that, that's very strong. He still has down 3. He still has the sneak stuff. He still has a lot of options, basically. He's good, man. He's very good. Like, I would even argue to put him higher sometimes, but these characters are just, I don't know, they're strong, man. It's, as I said, ordering this is very hard. You guys have no clue how hard ordering this is because everyone's fucking bullshit in this game in S tier. Like, in this tier, everyone's still bullshit in the game. More or less bullshit. Yeah, countered wall staying 1 guarantees down back 2. I talked about that. It's +14. And it's a wall splat. It's very strong. And the wall staying 1 is still very little minus. I think it's -3, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah, heat engager as well. The Law, I think, is pretty close to Shaheen. Like, this is how strong Shaheen is when I compare him to Law. Because Law is also very fucking strong. Like, actually very fucking strong. Like, these two are very, very arguable when it comes to ordering. I might even put him higher than someone like Lily and Lisa sometimes. It really will depend on the pilot as well. But these characters in tournaments are gonna be better because how annoying to deal with them is gonna be. I mean, these characters are also very annoying. Don't tell me. I'm not calling anyone honest in this game, okay? Even me, I'm a Kazuya player. I don't think Kazuya is honest. Not even close. He might be the most honest, maybe. That's like a maybe, right? But he's not. He's not honest. Nunchuck down forward too. Yeah, his nunchucks. His heat nunchucks being a normal hit launcher is crazy. Would I put Jin above Leo and Lily? It's because Jin has so many more options. Like, that parry is amazing. Hell sweep having a hell sweep is amazing. Having a down back 4 is amazing. Having a down 2 is amazing. Punch parry separately, amazing. 14 frame 3-2, amazing heat engager. Forward 4-2, having that, amazing. Down forward 1, very strong. Back 1-2, 12 frame punish, wall splat, amazing. 2-4, amazing. 10 frame wall splat sometimes, very good. 14 frame, you even have forward 1+2 sometimes. You have a can that deals a lot of damage, which is 15 frame normal hit launcher. You still have an electric. CD1 is still great to have. I don't know, Magic 4 is amazing to have. Even CD3 is good to do sometimes. I don't know what else to talk about, man. I don't know what else. Jin has so much shit going for it. Like, so much stuff. Oh, I almost forgot. He has back forward 2-3, which is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It's so fucking good. Back forward 2-3 and is so good. No one will duck back forward 2 anymore, so back forward 2-1 is just unduckable. Buffering electrics works best. His electrics become mid during heat. I know, his electrics does not become heat. They become mid during heat. It does not, no. It's like a normal electric is not mid. It is the normal high. The mid one, the special mid one, is the stance one. When he does the Omen stance in heat and then does an electric, you know, the normal Mishima electric, that's a special mid. But yeah, no mid electric, no, that would be broken. That would make him like S plus tier instantly. No mid electrics, bro. Chill. We don't have that. He does not have that. Yeah, Law makes sense here. Law's really good. He deals a shit ton of damage, but I think everyone here deals so much fucking damage. So much fucking damage, man. Yeah, mid electric will make a Nina or Jin S plus. Forward 4-2. Reina mid electric. He had the god kick, bro. That's the mid electric. That's minus. So I think this makes sense. It's okay. Like, but everyone here shits out damage. Everyone here. Like, they literally shit out damage. But I think Tekken 8 is just that kind of game. Everyone does so much damage most of the time. Okay, Shaheen Law is good when it comes to disordering, more or less. I think next is either Lee or Lars. Either Lee or Lars. What do you guys think, Lee or Lars? I think Lee's harder to play, so maybe I would put Lars above. Lars is just harder to deal with in general. And Lars also shits out damage with amazing wall carry, with good evasion. He has Akuma. No, it's like this. It's definitely like this. Man, thank you for follow. I just literally convinced myself that Lars should be first. I literally just convinced myself that Lars should be first. Man has Akuma demon flip. Did you guys see some Lars downplay on Twitter? I can't believe people downplay this character. Pianist, thank you for following. I can't believe it. Having a Den 3 that's buffed right now, how do you downplay this? Wall Stank 2-3, amazing. Wall Stank 2-1, amazing. Wall Stank 2 transition, amazing. Back 3-4, one of the best whiff punishments in the game. 4-2-1, very, very good punish. 4-2-4, amazing wall splat. 2-1, amazing 10 frame punish. In heat, he's so much better because his 1 is fixed now. The low after 2-1, for example. It's crazy. Why is June not S+? I mean, she's very good, but I don't think she can compete with the actual S+'s. That's why, right? Like, she's the most broken, non-broken character. That's why I called her. So yeah, now Lars definitely deserves it. Is Hwoarang better than Waifu Mishima? Yes. Yes. I think you weren't here when I was discussing Hwoarang at the earlier in this stream, right? When I was showing, I might actually just tweet this, just post on Twitter that he deals 100 fucking damage from his 10 frame. Like 2-4 in heat. You know, 2 into right flamingo forward 4 is guaranteed in heat, and that launches. That's a 10 frame counter launcher. Becomes a Kuma. Also has a down back 4 counter it, launch in heat. And right foot forward, down forward 4 counter it, also launches in heat. crazy. So yeah, nah, he deserves it. He definitely needs to be here. Hwoarang is hella underplayed. Not underplayed, downplayed. Like, very much so. He's not that easy to pilot. He's complicated, don't get me wrong, but holy hell, his weaknesses are almost not there. Yeah, down back 4 I also mentioned. I did mention that. The biggest ones are 2 and down back 4 and right from go down forward 4. You can't agree he's better than Victor? Are you sure, bro? I mean, Victor is really good, don't get me wrong. That's why he is S tier. But, holy shit, Hwoarang, man. What Victor has over Hwoarang is the wall running 2 that's really dumb. Like, that's very strong. His wall running 2 is kinda underrated. It's overshadowed by Azucena's wall running move. I'm pretty sure. But Hwoarang is crazy. Crazy. Absolutely bonkers crazy. He has full throw game, good keep out tools, good whip punishment, good mix up. ONG David, thank you for the follow. Big thank you, bro. It's actually crazy. I mean, it's my own experience, right? Victor is most likely not as good. Because I think Victor's lows are a little bit iffy. It can be good, but they're a little bit iffy. But maybe because I'm playing Gaz. I think that's why. I think that's like a Kazuya bias, because I'm launching his lows so much. So it can be different depending on the player, but that's just how tier lists work. Okay, Lars is fine here. Then immediately Lee is okay. I think that's okay. I think Lee's strong, but I think Victor might be better than Lee though. Shaheen S? Yes, 100%. 100%. Not even a doubt. Oh, well, what I was doubting is maybe putting him this low. I was doubting that I might put him higher. Definitely S. Brian lower? Yeah, I don't think Brian is as good as Lee. Isn't Law better than Shaheen? I think Shaheen might be slightly better, but I talked about this for like 10 minutes. That I was like constantly thinking, do I put Shaheen or Law? They're so close in strength, but that already says so much that Shaheen is so damn good when Law is like comparable. Brian down player in chat. I mean, Brian's really good, but some other characters have too much bullshit. Like way too much bullshit. Stuck playing Tekken 7, Tekken 8. You're telling me you're playing Tekken 7 when you spam QCB1? And you mix that up with QCB1 plus 2 safe mid? That's not Tekken 7, bro. I don't know what you can call that. QCB1 and then QCB1 plus 2, that's safe heat engager. Or down back 1 plus 2. Safe heat engager. Just sidestep it. Yeah, sure, man. I'm gonna get hit by QCF1 plus 2 because you can make it track because of QCF move. Or you can just do forward, forward, 4 sometimes. You can make QCB1 track sometimes as well. It has slight tracking. Or if I sidestep, you can just come in and down 4, down back 3 and poke me a bit. Nah, it's very good, man, bro. Yeah, he has, his matchups might be a bit iffy, but as I said, he is very good. He still deserves the S tier. But he is on the lower half of S tier. Yeah, like you can realign QCB1. His heat with the 3+4 is also strong. But yeah, he does get fucked by top 10. I agree with it. That's why he's not top 10. I mean, obviously. Right? I think that's obvious. You missed Asuka? No, you didn't miss Asuka, no. I'm still ordering this. I'm gonna talk about Asuka later too. So I was at this, right? I think Victor is better than Lee. Like, Lee is super strong, don't get me wrong, but Victor is just so much easier to play. You literally don't have to think about anything when playing Victor. Almost anything. 1+2 being one of the most dumb moves I've ever seen. At least it's linear. I love that it's linear, but 15 frame counter launcher like that. Like, boom, both hands. After wall running too, dumbest shit ever. It's so good to do in the neutral to just check someone as well. It's super strong. It's very, very good. Down back 4 is good to throw out sometimes. Like, the only kind of problem I have with Victor is his lows. But holy shit, his heat is one of the most annoying in the game. He has a fucking Akuma invincibility frames explosion, man. Invincibility flames explosion. Like, holy shit, that deals 50 something damage. Explosion! Exactly. It is exactly a move. It is a move. With a low heat smash as well, that can be mixed up with his wall running fucking too. Is that deathless damage? Almost. And it can't be stepped that easily either. I've stepped it sometimes, but it's not easily steppable. Yeah, it chips you so much. That low heat smash just adds so much mind games. And also, as I said, he's one of the dumbass characters that has a high heat engaging power crush. Like, holy shit, these three characters, Victor, Azucena, and Shaheen, are getting away with murder. And Eddy as well. Eddy now has that too, but I'm not gonna rank Eddy, as I said. Too new. Rainder, thank you for following. Oh yeah, Fang has that too, I almost forgot. Isn't Yoshi above Lily? I think Lily's easier to play, easier to pilot. It's just so much easier to just sidestep with Lily and make everything whiff than to risk something with a flash. That's why I think Lily is better. What about Asuka? I'll get to Asuka. Is this ordered? I'm ordering it right now. But I might change stuff later. So for now, I'm at like Lee. I think Lee is like a decent spot. Lee and Brian are pretty close to each other in my opinion when it comes to strength. They're both really strong. But they both require a good pilot, right? Decent enough pilot. Which I'm assuming the pilot is good. That's why they're S tier, right? I'm assuming it's good. But if you play if a shit player plays Brian, he immediately drops, right? Obviously, but that's not what we're assuming. Azucena needs the best pilot. So yes, I agree. That while running 3-2 is basically like a plane that you need to pilot, bro. It's so hard to use. Holy shit. So hard. Okay, Lee's okay. Brian is okay here. Maybe. Because as I said, Brian is one of the most highest damaging characters in the game. With highest counter hit probability in the game. What I mean by that, he has the highest chance of getting counter hits, I think. In the game, most likely. Maybe King is up there too, but yeah, Brian's up there when it comes to that. Lee's up there. Lee's counter hit game is pretty strong. Claudio is really good. That's why I still keep him S tier, but he's still not as good as all these dumbass characters, man. More counter hits than Steve? Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Steve gets more. Maybe. But Steve is just back 1 or down forward 2, but Brian gets more reward with the counter hits most of the time too, with forward 3 or back 1 or 3+4 or stuff like this. Yeah, amazing counter hits. Lily's a better Brian. I mean, Lily has forward 4. Lily's definitely like has a better version of 3+4 anyway. It is slower. Yeah, Magic 4, that is true. Magic 4 just got removed but for everyone, so that is definitely a big thing. Definitely a big thing. But it's still, the other ones are still there. They're still good to do. Yeah, I know they removed the full crouch move as well. And the Mac kick. But Mac kick is still good to use. Northern Cross I think is useless though. That's a bit of a shame. I like the move, but I think it's kind of useless. It still can be used as a high crush, but meh. Claudio should be at the end here. Let me actually put Devil Jin here, but I might increase his tier actually. Let me think about Devil Jin for a bit. Devil Jin bottom 5. Guys, chill. It's not ordered yet. Chill. Chill, bro. Chill. So Claudio is like an okay spot. Still S tier because forward forward 4 is a broken move. Like holy shit, it's so strong. You can literally abuse it without thinking and it will work. Yeah, it's not ordered yet. No. Not yet. I'm ordering it right now. And I might still change the ordering in the end. What's my explanation for Jin? Not that you disagree. I mean, I basically said all the broken moves he has. Like, parry is still very strong. Forward 3 is really strong. Back 1 to punish is really strong. Electric is really strong. He still has a hop kick. He still has a can. He still has a CD1. Still has a hell sweep. Down 2. Down back 4. Back 4 2-3 is broken. Like, holy fuck. Everyone downplays this guy. Jin's got crazy good. Crazy insane. Holy shit. Like, holy shit. Why? And oh, AOP, I almost forgot. He has the fucking stance up back 1, which crushes your existence. It will crush your existence. Give you a crisis, and you'll be depressed instantly. Existential crisis. Crazy good. Word gods being this, I would put gods in the end. I'll do that little, what's it called? When shows have like, when they end badly and you're waiting for the next one. I don't know what that's called, I forgot the term for it. But yeah, Claudio is good, I guess. The cliffhanger, yeah, that. The cliffhanger, I forgot the word for it. So Claudio's at a decent spot. Because I like, the thing about Brian and Claudio is, I said this at the start when I actually put them in S, that every stage in this game, every stage has a wall in it, except for those 2 stages that are like bigger than normal, right? And the probability of in tournaments you getting those 2 stages are way lower than you getting anything else. So in tournaments, these characters are much better because of the new TWT rule. Like, if the TWT rule was the same as Tekken 7, when you could choose a stage if you lost, I might have put them in S- and might, right? That's a might. Most likely not. But that new rule, when everything is a random, actually benefits these 2 characters a lot. And it benefits a lot of characters, not these 2, but yeah, it benefits these 2 a lot. Because they really need the wall, they really need it. Especially Claudio, he really needs the wall. The random select stage is huge, it is. It is really huge. But they're not the only ones who are very strong at the wall, obviously, right? Obviously. You like Bearded Duelist more, or too bad. Too bad. So yeah, it's good that you can't actually... What's it called? You can't pick a stage. It's so good. So amazing. Okay, let's talk about Devil Jin. So I think Devil Jin should be in S tier. 100% should be in S tier. His Heat Smash alone makes it like really strong. But he still has very big problems when it comes to his game plan. That he kind of is forced to use some of the lows, like down back 2, down 3, and hell sweep. And the lows aren't that good usually, right? Yeah, he is the most overrated Mishima. I agree. I actually agree with that. He's very overrated. Like, he's not as good as a lot of people think. But he's still good. He's still S tier. But I'm not sure where to put him. Maybe somewhere here. I'm not quite sure if I should put him above Lars. Definitely not above Law. Definitely not. Like, I would not put Devil Jin above Law. Okay, I just wouldn't do it. I can't do that. Deleted? Yeah, it's deleted, man. Gone. You can't customize that anymore. Demonic, thank you for follow. Like, when people say Devil Jin is really strong, I do get it, and he is really strong. But would you really put Devil Jin above someone like Law or Shaheen? Or someone like Yoshi or Alisa and Lily? Why is Law not S+? It's because these characters are S+, and these characters are basically broken tier. Why is Shaheen above Law? It's because... I was thinking about who might be better. Like, they're very close, actually. You can switch this and nothing will change. But they're very close. They're very comparable. So that just means Shaheen is that much stronger than you would actually think. Real thank for follow. You would not disagree with me? I mean, Law is really strong, but... He's not Dragonov, boys. He's not Dragonov. And he's not fucking Jin. He's not. Who plays Shaheen, though? I mean, that's one of the things too. That is true. But that doesn't matter. He's still good. Why is he not S+? The only reason she's not S+ is because she's a bit harder to play than normal. And requires execution. For example, Jod's Nina is S+. Jod's Nina is basically S+, because Nina is very strong. But other than that, it's a bit iffy. New wall tornado bug, yeah, I saw that, but as I said, that's gonna get fixed. I am not including that wall tornado in this tier list, by the way. I'm not even seeing it as a thing. Because if I see it as a thing, I might have to put Lee lower. Why is Hwoarang higher than Reina? I explained it at the start of the stream. Because his heat is fucking broken and he becomes a Kuma. His heat, he becomes a Kuma with counter hits. Down back 4, counter hit launcher. IFF down forward 4, counter hit launcher. 2 jab, counter hit launcher. That's a 10 frame counter hit launcher. Heat smash, wall splats. He still has good mix-ups. Still has good pressure. Good everything, man. Yeah, I know, I just talked about 10 frame counter hit launcher and heat. Nah, heat Hwoarang is definitely better, man. Like, easier to pilot than Reina as well, in my opinion. But Reina has the brain dead forward 4 too. Which is why she's that high. Okay, that is fine. The only thing here is maybe this. But Lars is so brain dead, man. Do you guys know Lars actually deals so much damage? I think even more damage than Devil Jin does. Where's the part with the shit characters? Oh, you mean these ones? I'm gonna talk about them afterwards. Like, Lars actually does more damage than Devil Jin does. His wall combo, you know how much his wall combo does? His wall combo, after, like full combo, when you get the wall, does 26 damage. 26. And the Devil Jin's, you guys know in Heat when he does back 4-2-1 for laser, the laser extension which he uses Heat for, right? I'm pretty sure all of you guys know that. As a wall combo. That does 26. Not 26, 25. You guys know what that means, right? Devil Jin's Heat wall combo does less damage than Lars' normal wall combo. Lars shits out damage. Also gets the wall every time. If there's a wall in existence, even in infinite stages, he might get it. He might get it. He that has Demon Flip. Basically, Devil Jin up 4, but no risk. Basically, right? Lars broken? I don't think he's broken, he's just very strong. Has good lows now from stance. Has good tracking with the Den 3. He still has back 1. Has amazing punishment. Well, not the best punishment in the game in my opinion. One of the best ones anyway. Yeah, Den 3. Like, she's really strong. It's me saying it. It is actually me saying it. Because me, when I play against Lars, sometimes I can react to his Sen 2. I think I'm one of the few people that can react to Sen 2 sometimes. Even on my shitty connection, I can sometimes react to it. I don't know how, but I can just do it. But even then, even if it's reactable, let's say it's reactable, right? Even though it's not. He's still very fucking strong. Very damn... Yeah, nah, I think Lars deserves to be higher tier than Devil Jin. Everything else makes sense though, more or less. I'm not sure about this, so when I start talking about it, we'll see. Power crushes. I think the only biggest power crushes in this game are heat engaging power crushes. Those are the biggest issues. And maybe the only exception to that is King's back 3. Lars has a 4 damage low. Yes, the 2-1 into the low. Put Asuka in S+ before ordering. Let's do it. Let's do it. All the Asuka players will come in now and hate on me. What the fuck? Why is Asuka S+? What the fuck are you talking about? You shit ass Kazuya player. Or the clickbait, yeah. What the fuck you talking about? What is this, huh? Kazuya players, I swear, man. I swear. Okay. I knew they were all dumb. They're all dumb. Okay. Hey, this is just this fun. Okay, this is fun. Let's do that. Let's do that. It's really fun, actually. Okay. Let's talk about S-. Kazuya and D tier. Yeah, look at this. Low tier. Let's see. In S-, like, I'm not even sure if Leroy deserves to be here or Paul, like, or even Jack. Like, this is how close it is. Can Asuka tier. Nope, it's S+. This is way more fun. He seems rather mediocre. Nah. It's because not a lot of people have experience against Shaheen. Especially like very good Shaheen players, right? Why is Paul so low? Like, exactly, right? Why is he so low? He's super good. It's so hard to make this tier list. You guys have no clue. That's why my lowest tier is S-. I'm still having trouble. But S- doesn't mean bad. You wouldn't mind if it had S+ and S? I know, right? Like, it's that close. But I still, S- still needs to be there. Like, even Jack doesn't deserve to be here. Like, he's basically the same strength all of these guys, not Lars. Like, these guys. Maybe not Victor, like Lee, Brian, and Claudio. They're pretty close in strength. Yeah, 3 tiers should be okay. What's good about Lily? I mean, just her sidestep makes her unapproachable, to be honest. But there's a lot of stuff she has, trust me. Chikurin literally She was the first character that Chikurin got to God of Destruction, I think. And trust me when I say this character is very strong. It's pretty good. Might as well safe launching Death Fist. Yeah, very honest. So I think these characters do deserve to be here, like these three. And this seems okay-ish in S-. I'm gonna explain them as well. Like Paul. Paul has an amazing mid check with wall standing 1-2 now. How's Asuka S plus not Panda? Asuka's just that good trigger. Dude, this character is so damn strong. Almost actually. There we go. That's way better. Nah. This is too obvious. We have to do this. There we go. There we go. Just got a shudder. Stop exposing Asuka. Okay. I'm gonna talk about Leroy as well, but first let's talk about Paul. I think out of these three, Paul most likely is the best one. And it's because Paul has that Death Fist in heat, and his heat is basically very, very strong because his Death Fist is -13, that's unpunishable. Wall splats from Narnia. Like, that wall splat, no, actually wall splats from Narnia. You don't even need to be in the same dimension for that wall splat. Wall splats mix up to the Demo Man or any other low you have, like QCF3 and stuff like that. You won't even have a new low from that new stance when you do QCF down forward at 4, which is also a decent low to sometimes do. So his heat, we already know his heat is bonkers. One of the most stressful situations is gonna be when a Paul heat engages you and you're at the wall. That's gotta be one of the most stressful situations in the game. Like, imagine that. Either a heat smash is coming, or a death fist that will kill you. And if there's like a breakable wall in the end, good luck. Asuka S plus, yes, definitely, 100%. Why am I living in the castle? It's a palace, bro. Get it right. The palace. So yeah, I think Paul does deserve. Yeah, I don't even need to explain Asuka. It's so obvious that she's S plus. I don't need to explain this. So Paul, yeah, I think he does deserve it, especially because of the wall staying 1-2. That wall staying 1-2 is just so strong. You see, yeah. You see, right? It's that obvious. I mean, everyone can see it. Realm Destroyer, hello. So yeah, wall staying 1-2 is amazing to have. Wall staying 1-2 counter it should be really, really good. Devil Man mix-ups with any mids, like QCF2 is so strong. Not QCF, QCB2. QCB4 is still amazing to have. QCF1 is good to have. QCF3 plus 4 is good to have. The 3 is also good with the low. Wish it was a natural hit. Dude, if it was natural hit, I would bust him up to like at least here. At least here. If that was natural, bro? Nah. Who is the easiest to play? I think it's Azucena. Azucena is very easy to play. That's why she's number 1. In tournaments, she's actually number 1. Not only is she the easiest to play out of all of the S plus tiers, she's also one of the strongest ones there too. It's very good. Nah, Zector, you just don't understand, bro. Just don't understand. So what you're saying is I have to put Asuka higher. Okay, so Paul I kinda explained. I think Paul does deserve the S tier. Does deserve the S tier. And about Jack is really good as well. That's why I want to put him S tier. Because his poking is out of this world. And Jack got buffed just because of the low parries being there. Nerfed. Asuka's too low, true. Is Paul higher than Lee? Now, I think Lee is in way better in most situations than Paul is, but as I said, Paul is bonkers as well. Actually bonkers, very, very strong. Like, he's still S tier, boy, guys. I know this seems like he's low, but it's still S tier. Please look at it. Please look at this, please. Right? This doesn't mean the character's bad. This does not mean it. It doesn't. Really, it really doesn't. Okay. So Jack, I talked about a bit that his poking is really good. He has good mid options. His low options got buffed just because of the low parry nerf. Low parry doesn't do that much. He still has down forward too, which is an amazing thing to just throw out as a keep out sometimes. Has a lot more damage with the powered up follow-up, if you do it correctly, right? Has good stance now. His stance is actually insane, and he can do it as a power crush from neutral. So, yeah, no, he's good. Jack is really good. Forward 1 is amazing. He also has down forward 3 plus 4, which on hit guarantees a crouch throw into heat, which is also very strong, because it gets mixed up with lows basically. And it's safe. That's just safe to throw as a -9 mid. What else to talk about? He also has forward 1-1 if anything, and he wants the wall splat, or a full crouch wall splat, or a full crouch low. That's, you know, that's safe because of the mid follow up. The low itself is not safe, it's -11, but the low mid is safe, and you can't do much about it. So basically, it's safe. Jack's stronger than Paul and Claudio, I feel like. Now I don't think so. Because Jack, I think his hitbox and sidestep utility being worse will hit him, more or less. What do you miss here? Dude, I don't think it needs explanation, man. Asuka needs to be there. Right? Chat will agree. I explained sufficiently enough that Asuka needs to be there. Chat will definitely agree. Doesn't even need that much of an explanation. Needs her own tier. Yeah, look. Everyone will agree. Yeah, it needs to be there. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so Jack definitely needs to be here. So Kazuya, where in the end I'm gonna put Kazuya. Yeah, Harshko, you agree, right? Nice. Nice. Okay. Watch the delete spot. Shh. We're not talking about that. Okay, so Jack explanation, right? I already explained it more or less. The heat smash is crazy as well. He has a guard break from heat that guarantees the heat smash, and at the wall it might break the wall, so he doesn't do enough damage. True, bro. There we go. True, I didn't see that, man. Hannibal, you're so correct. Nice. You're correct, man. How did I not see that? I think I was blind. You're right. Okay. You're correct. That's it. Yeah, he is spot on. Okay. So Leroy, I was talking about Leroy, right? The thing about Leroy, keeping me honest, yeah, dude. What would I be without Twitch chat sometimes, man? I wouldn't really see this obvious stuff. I just wouldn't see it. Tracking properties, exactly. So Leroy, what I want to talk about, the tier for Leroy that he deserves S, is that because he has a down back 3, for example, which is very strong. That's a safe low, by the way. And if you low parry it, as I said, low parries in general are nerfed, so it's not that big of a problem. But if you block it, he can basically parry your follow-ups. It's a mind game situation on block. Down back 3 is very strong, and it also guarantees either stance 4-1+2, which wall splats decently far away, or his 1+2-1, which is a heat engager, which also can wall splat. Close up though, a little bit more close up. So that's very strong. It's very good. He also has a back 3, which is basically a version of his down back 3, but a high. It gives +8, and it's a tracking move. It's also really good. Really good. I think Leroy is downplayed way too much. I don't know why. And he's a very good pick when it comes to the current meta of just pressing buttons, just because he's a parry character. His parries are strong. Especially in heat, his like a generic down forward 1+2, I think the parry is, that parries everything, has a lot of like frames to parry something. It becomes a launcher. So that's really good too. Must be the most downplayed character, might be, I'm not sure. But might be. I'm not quite sure. Like, yeah, it's highly underrated because in this game parries like that are very strong. I mean very strong. So Leroy is very good in that regard. He can parry a lot of stuff with back 2, or his other parries. He has a lot. Got a top 6 in ATL recently. Yeah, I saw that. Redman is amazing at Leroy. Very good. And he also knows how to use it. So Leroy definitely deserves it. Deserves the S tier. His damage also, no one talks about his damage. Everyone downplays him, but no one talks about how much damage he deals. I recently tested out the damage potential for almost all characters, almost everyone. And Leroy was up there with like many characters if you saved your tornado for the wall, just like someone like Leo does, right? Of course, Leo can do it easier a little bit and does a little bit more damage too, but Leroy is up there when it comes to that damage. Leo is way better in the neutral, that's why he's so high, but Leroy does so much damage. If you save the tornado at the wall, and then do stance forward 4 into the down back 2 string, that does like 100 and something damage for free if you do the correct combo, right? So just be very, very careful when talking about Leroy, because I don't think he deserves to be downplayed. He just doesn't. He deals shit ton of damage. Has good counter hits still with back 1 and back 1 plus 2. Those still exist. Back 1 plus 2 scales way more now, but it's still good. So yeah, now Leroy definitely deserves to be here. Like 100% deserves to be here. Yoshi is getting worse. I mean, people are understanding the setup, so maybe that's why, but Yoshi is still very good. Yeah, Leroy is like an okay spot right now. Let's talk about S-. I think the characters here definitely deserve S-, right? Definitely. Especially Dragonov. Because his tracking is too bad and he doesn't deal enough damage. So Dragonov definitely deserves to be S-. Yeah, definitely. So I think the top of a S-. Yeah, and he has no mids. True. Don't think Tekken 7. Hatchet is minus 15. Yeah, that's dog shit. Like, look at Brian. Why is Brian's minus 13 but Dragonov's 15? That makes no sense, man. You gotta buff Dragonov. He's too bad. I know, right? Dude, Dragonov's hatchet is the worst hatchet in the game. Brian's is 13. Even Eddy's new hatchet kick is 14. Why is Dragonov's launch punishable? Makes no sense, man. Absolutely no sense. Buff Dragonov. Okay, so I think at the top of S-, I think Steve deserves it. Yeah, just look at the hands, true. Just get good, man. So I think Steve deserves to be at the top of S- out of everyone here, right? Because I think Steve has a lot of potential. He's hard to pilot, don't get me wrong, but I think he has a lot of potential. People are downplaying him a lot still. Because people are thinking he's like B tier or A tier. Like my lowest tier here is S-. I want you guys, I'm saying this so much. My lowest tier is S-. These characters, even at the lowest tier, are very strong. Remember that. You think Steve is mid tier? I can kind of see that as well. Like these characters, all of them are good. Please. Please bring down to A. Definitely not. Definitely not. Nah, bro. J-off. Just like in the patch notes, they said they're gonna patch everyone. Not patch, buff everyone. I think we should buff everyone. S tier is not enough. Everyone should be S+ tier, right? Like this. This is not enough, boys. We need everyone to be S+. Let's go. That's how we balance game. So yeah, I think Steve deserves this. Steve is very strong. Because Steve's back 1 is an anti-meta move when you just stop their pressure very easily. It has good pressure with 1-2-1 as a counter hit move or just a pressure move as well. Sometimes finish it, sometimes not. You know, it's good. Peekaboo, very strong. Up 4-2, I think does not get mentioned enough when talking about Steve. That move, let me list the properties that move has and you guys will understand how strong it is. So it's a tracking move with good range. Can either transition to Lionheart or not transition to Lionheart. It's plus on block. And on hit, it guarantees a 1+2, or it guarantees a Lionheart 1. So a high tracking move with a lot of range. It's super good. The only weakness it has, that it's a high. Literally the only weakness that it has. But you literally do not want to duck Steve. When do you want to duck Steve? Never, you don't want to duck Steve. But up 4-2 kind of makes you want to do that. No one talks about that move, but it's very good. Very, very strong. Drag S-. Atom, obviously, bro. Can you not see why? I mean, Twitch chat knows, so. Like, the damage is not that good, and his tracking is weird. His mids aren't the best. And he has the worst hatchet in the game. It's minus 15. Yeah, very overrated. Yeah, I don't need to do it again. That is true. That is true. It should be obvious. Yeah, that nerf on Heat Smash. I don't know why they nerfed Dragonov. He's like one of the worst characters in the game. So yeah, Steve definitely should be here. But too many characters? Nah, bro. This is actually very, very correct. This is actually one of the most correct things I'm doing when I'm putting so many characters in S tier. Because this is more accurate than making this A+ tier and making some of the characters here S-. Because as I said, these characters do not deserve to be anything lower than S-. Especially Dragonov, he definitely has to be here. Okay. So Steve is really strong, as I said. But now it will be a little bit controversial, maybe. But maybe I should put Kuma here. Maybe. I hate bears, right? I'm biased against bears. I'm like openly admitting this. I hate them with a passion. But why do their combos kill you? They literally need to be lucky once for their hitbox to make something whiff. And they will kill you with a whiff punish. If they have a wall, you're dead. And also, yeah, Kuma, not Panda, right? The electric, with electric and heat. It's steppable, but good luck stepping it if he delays it. Fucking bears just kill you. Their mix-ups are decent too, and they just chip you to death. So basically, their very simple game plan will be, I chip you a bit, just a bit, I chip you a bit, then launch you and kill you. That's it. A little bit of chip, launch dead. That's basically bear game plan. Like, holy hell. They don't need to have good lows. Their chip damage is so good. Their lows are not that strong, right? Obviously, it's not that good, but they're still somewhat usable sometimes to force them to duck a little bit more. But the chip damage they do is crazy good. Robbing people in 2 touches, dude, it's crazy good. Like, their damage output is one of the highest in the game. You guys have no clue. Their damage output, this fucking bear, this animal. This animal. That sounds like an insult, right? But it's a literal animal. This fucking animal. That's one of the most highest damages in the game. Maybe even compared to Dragonov. Even. Actually, what am I talking about? Dragonov doesn't deal that damage. But yeah. It's crazy. Zoe, hello. Mark also hello. Do you have a stroke? Nah, Zoe, what are you talking about, man? I think it's obvious that Dragonov needs to be here. Yeah, we should buff Dragonov's long combo. That's true, that's true. So Raven Zafina seems okay here. Panda seems okay. The mid-electric just makes it so much better with Panda. Yeah, people just don't get Dragonov, man. I don't know. It's so obvious. Like, he has the worst hatchet in the game, man. Okay, let's not... I won't explain it anymore. It's just too obvious. So Raven, Zafina, and Panda, I think, are okay, right? They're okay. I mean, they're good characters, as I said. S- for fuck's sake. Just learn the matchup. True. But, yeah, when it comes to everyone else, they're a little bit lacking when it comes to some other stuff. Because Raven is really good. Don't get me wrong. He's still really good. One of the most BS things he has is that tracking down forward 1. I hate that. I despise that with passion. Asuka S+. Dude, guys, it's working. Guys, it's actually working. Yes, Asuka S+, man. It's like very obvious. I don't think I need to explain it. It's very obvious. Okay. People eat me up. Let them do it. Do it. Okay. Now this is okay. I think this is fine. Like Panda is at the end, but don't get it wrong by me saying that Panda is bad. You already posted this to Fergus. Good shit. Good shit. That's what I expect from you guys. Perfect Twitch chat. That's like a perfect Twitch chat, right? That's what I expect. Good stuff. Should be a countered launcher. To be honest, I think it's way too minus. Why is it 13? Only thing it does is it tracks both sides and high crushes. And it also has a counter property. And it's only -1. That's the only thing it does, so I don't know why it's -13. Okay. Okay, let me go over this tier list once more. Let's actually talk about Asuka now as well. Let's stop trolling for a bit. Guys, let's stop trolling just for a bit, right? Let's actually talk about Asuka. So Asuka, I think Asuka is also a little bit downplayed, I'm gonna be honest. I think Asuka is downplayed, to be like completely honest. I lied? No man, I didn't lie. It's the tier list that lied. I didn't lie. I didn't put Asuka there. Asuka put herself there. She feels like she's top 5. Okay, so Asuka. Asuka is downplayed 100%. But the thing about Asuka is she doesn't have as many good options for like pressuring tools and like brain dead tools outside of her usual stuff, right? But other kicks just got better options most of the time. Like back 3 is very annoying to deal with, but June also has it. But I think the most annoying move she has, in my opinion, is forward 1+2, which is also one of those fucking safe power crush highs. I think it's a heat engager as well. It's very annoying to deal with. But I think Asuka might have the potential to actually go up to S tier. But for now, she is still gonna be somewhere like, actually after Steve, somewhere here. Because Asuka, what she also has is very similar to Leroy, is that she has that counterplay potential for most characters with parries. And she has the best parries in the game, I think, next to Jun, most likely. I don't remember Jun's parries if he has like both. But Asuka's parries, like the punch parry and the kick parry, both launching and both being safe, is one of the best things you can have in an aggressive game like this, in my opinion. You don't see it that much, but those are very good to have. So that's why I think she's a little bit downplayed. Not to mention, she still does decent enough damage if with the, you know, the install she has, whatever it's called, Gusto or whatever it's called, right? That's good. Also has a decent enough options with that install, with the tracking high, which is really good. It's plus. So stops people from pressing, has a mid normal hit launcher there as well. I think that's a normal hit launcher with the install, if I remember correctly. Something like that. Has decent mix-ups with down 1+2, but I think the biggest issue with Asuka is still the lows. Yeah, the low launching parry, that's also pretty damn good. The low parry she has, I think they made this on purpose, that Asuka is gonna be a parry character now. But that low launching parry is actually very strong. I don't understand why it's so strong. Because even if you block it at the wall, you're minus. So not only will it low parry a low that you do, you're also going to be minus on block when you block it at the wall. And so you're going to get mixed immediately after, even though she's low parrying. It comes out at 42 frames though, yes, but that doesn't really matter most of the time, because if you're too scared to press, you know, at the wall especially, you'll just eat it and you know, block it, not eat it, you'll block it. But the steppable and reaction is gonna be, it's gonna be harsh to do that. But that is true that it is 42 frames. But if I'm just scared to do anything, it can work. But it's still strong. I mean, I'm not saying it's broken or anything, but it's just strong. And the Gusto moves are good. And about the heat, like the heat with Asuka is a little bit underwhelming in my opinion, just a little bit, because the Gusto moves are great to have and just spam, right? They're good. The install moves, what I mean. But the low mix-up that you have is pretty underwhelming. Down 1+2 is a little bit iffy. Down back 3 is a bit iffy. Down back 4 shouldn't really use that much. Alright, what else do you have, right? Like, what she is basically a parry character in my opinion. Is the Heat Smash? Yeah. The Heat Smash is the best thing she has. And her Heat Smash, don't get me wrong, isn't that bad because you can't punish her most of the time if you sidestep it, for example, right? It's very hard to punish, but most of the time you'll just block it. Yeah, it is really good. Low crushes as well. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. Like, her lows are weird. But she is basically a parry character. From what I see of her, she's a parry character. She parries a lot of stuff and then, launches them for it. Basically, you have to have the read, but you don't take that much risk by having or not having the read as well. As long as you, get blocked. As long as the move gets blocked. Like your kick parry getting blocked, or your high parry, not high parry, punch parry getting blocked. One of them is a high, they might even react to it. That's like the minus of it, but most of the time they might not react to it. So you have to be careful about that. But other than that, Asuka's not bad. I don't think she's that bad. As I said, those parries are pretty decent to have in a game like this. Like, pretty good. And also her rage art can charge. It's a gimmick, but it's a fun gimmick. It can work too, the rage art charge. What Kaz would Kazuya be? I'm gonna put Kaz in the end. I'm gonna do a cliffhanger on you guys. Feels fine. Yeah, Asuka feels okay, not bad. The thing is, I think we need nerfs for characters. Usually, even in S tier, I would be glad to nerf these characters. S plus definitely needs it. And I would be glad to nerf anyone in S tier as well. But mostly the nerfs that we need is like the top 15-ish, right? Dragonov on life support? Yeah. Yeah. Dragonov really needs buffs, man. Okay. So let me look at the list. So far it's okay. Okay, let's stop trolling here as well. There we go. Why is Dragonov minus? I don't need to explain it, man. He's trash, true. Nerf everyone up to Lars. Now even Lars needs nerfs, man. Why are they buffing Lars? You'd be fine even if you put Asuka above Steve. Yeah, I can even see that. Like, for example, this matchup is very good. But that's not the way you do it, right? That's not how you do tier lists. Just because Asuka can kill Steve, or Steve is very good against Devil Jin, for example, doesn't mean that Devil Jin's here, right? That doesn't mean that. Just because Steve can kill Devil Jin, because, it's a good matchup. Or Yoshi can kill Steve, I mean, that's already, self-explanatory, but yeah. Doesn't pick up grounded? True. Okay, let me look at the list again. So S plus, I don't really need to change anything. I don't even think about it. Not at all. Jun definitely should be here. As I said, she's the most non-broken character, in my opinion. Nina is a kind of more of a broken character than not, but at least she needs some type of execution to be good. Jin over Nina? I mean, I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think Nina is very strong in this game. It definitely needs a good pilot to expose it, but as someone said in chat previously, that even though like Akuma needed a good pilot either, Akuma literally had a tier of his own. Wait. So Jin obviously needs to be here. I mean, I don't need to explain. I explained it almost all kicks. I almost explained it, almost all of them. I didn't explain Zafina much, but Zafina is like at the bottom anyway. Like, what explanation do I need? Zafina players won't complain about this, basically. Yeah, dive kick +2. I mean, 214. What else do I need to say, man? Come on. Leo's hella downplayed. Hella downplayed. Very, very strong. Hwoarang, I don't know what they were cooking with Hwoarang, man. Never let them cook with Hwoarang, never. Why is he turning to Akuma in Heat? I do not understand. I just don't understand that logic. And why is this 3-4 so good? Why? You beat your friend who has like 2k plus hours with Kaz with Nina? 4 hours of, oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, Nina's that kind of character as well. Not only is she good in every level, literally every level, she's also very strong at the top level. So Reina, I think Reina is self-explanatory as well. She shits out damage. She doesn't even need electric to whiff punish. She can just down forward too. The down forward 4 string is fucking brain dead. Her heat is brain dead as well when her stance becomes a parry. For whatever reason. While saying 4-4 is a decent punish, 4-4-2 is a bonkers move. One of the most brain dead moves in the game in my opinion. 4-4-2 is amazing. I mean, down forward 1-2 to have something like that is good. Forward 4 is good to have. Hell sweep is good to have. Her lows are usually the problem, but she can still like open you up with them. They're still scary. Down back 2 is good to have. I mean, yeah, not a lot of explanation needed here. And knowledge check factor as well. She even crushes a lot. Has a safe mid in heat without 4. Is it the 3+4? I think it's just 3+4. Unblockable throws. Yeah, she has too much stuff. Not too many explanation needed. Lily already explained. I think she's fine where she's at. Let me actually think about this, right? So this is top 10. I think is a no-brainer. This top 10 for me is literally a no-brainer. I don't need to think about this. A lot of people might disagree with Leo or Hwoarang. These two might disagree, but those are people who don't know that Hwoarang becomes Akuma in heat, or those are people who don't know what the hell kind of damage that Leo can do from a high crushing low that's -12, right? Or that when he has a save conformable mid wall splat in the install that does like 40 damage. Or the hell sweep that does a lot of damage in install, basically the same in heat. Down back 2 hit confirm. Yeah, no. I don't need to explain this. They might disagree, but I really don't need to explain this. It's my personal tier list too. The Reina, yeah, only I explained, that's okay. Alisa, that's okay as well. Yoshi is fine here, I'm pretty sure. Shaheen and Law, like these are interchangeable. I can just switch this up. I don't think this will change much. They're very close when it comes to strength, but I still think Shaheen most likely triumphs over Law just a little bit. Lars, like I would even might put Lars higher just because how bullshit he is. I swear, he's one of the most bullshit characters. Like imagine from Tekken 7 Lars, you just become this atrocity. It's such a weird atrocity, man. This was my secondary character. Atrocity. Feels like a bug. Leo the heat burst. It's not a bug. That's one of the reasons he's also top 10. From wall standing, sidestep 1+2 counter hit, you can dash heat burst as combo. Upward to 1 normal hit, heat burst into combo. They work. You don't need execution with the character anymore. So, yeah, it's gonna be weird. Oh, sure, man. Harshkin, sure. Till later. So, yeah, dumbass character, Lars. I don't even know how Lars players play him anymore. Like, if I was a Lars player, I would be pretty sad with the state that he became. I would be pretty sad, but maybe they're not. I don't know. Devil Jin is really, really good, but I don't think he can compare to most other characters who do this much BS.
I activate my credit card!
Credit card? Art, big thank you, man. Big thank you for the sub. Lars, I mean, Lars can do a lot of things. Lars can rush you down. Lars can keep you out with, well, keep out's a little bit iffy, but it's still good with, like, the stance keep out. Lars can also whiff punish really well, can punish really well, rush you down really well, pressure you really well, evade you really well. He can do a lot of stuff, bro. Like, they massacred my boy, basically. I used to like him because he was very defensive, but right now, I don't know what to think about this character, man. I don't like him anymore as much. So Devil Jin is one of the characters I really like. They didn't change him too much, but they also changed him a lot, if that makes sense. Like, his game plan is kind of similar, but I like that he's like has a different identity from other Mishimas. By other Mishimas, I mean Kazuya, because that's the only Mishima. As I already said, I don't count this character as a Mishima. I don't know what this character is, but it's not a Mishima. So, yeah, Devil Jin. Devil Jin, while good when it comes to combo consistency, does a lot of good damage. His heat smash is broken, if not the best in the game, right? Most likely best in the game. She's more Mishima than Jin? Maybe. Maybe. Now a thing for Paul. Big thing for Paul. Kuma Mishima. So yeah, Devil Jin is a little bit weird. Like, his lows are a bit weird. He kind of has to use the Hell Sweep to make you duck, right? But the other thing he also has is that guard break, which is pretty good to have, let me tell you that. Especially in setup situations, it becomes a real mix-up. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it cannot work, sometimes you might get floated, it depends, but that guard break is good to have, down back 1+2. His mids are very strong as well. Forward 4 is amazing, forward 2 is amazing. Down forward 1 is also good on counter hit and just to check someone. Back forward 2 is great to have. So those things he still has that. Up 4 is very good to have as a panic option. Back 4 is amazing to have. It's a very good mid. The guard break is the most brain dead stuff. Yeah, it's very good. This is good. Yeah, up forward 4 is also very strong. Like, his mids are good. The problem here is he kind of has to hell sweep to, like, enforce a mix-up. Or down back 2 sometimes. And depending on the matchup, down back 2 can be bad. But usually down back 2 is not bad, usually. But depending on the matchup, right? If they have, like, someone like Brian doing a full crouch down forward 2-1 on you every time, that might be bad. Sidestep the guard break. Do not sidestep the guard break. In setups, they just track, which is really dumb. So yeah, Devil Jin kind of makes sense for me here because he has some problems, basically the same problems that usually Mishimas have, but it's also hard to play. But his seed smash is broken, so he needs to be in S tier and higher than these characters. Definitely needs to be. But I think this makes him mid tier, right? Like 10, 15. Yeah, this is like somewhat mid tier. I would put Devil Jin mid tier. That would make sense. Because he's just so much hard to pilot. And in longer sets, I would put Devil Jin higher, but in tournament, first to 2 sets, I would put this is like more accurate. Even though you also have the potential to blow them up with health sweeps, you are more at risk of blowing yourself up with health sweeps, but if they block it, right, or sidestep it. So be careful when playing Devil Jin. It has to be like very careful gameplay. But his damage output is one of the best. It's so strong. It's very strong. Yeah, his health sweep is very great health as well if you don't do the 4 version. Which, in my opinion, that's why the 4 version exists. For the non-gray health sweep. But it doesn't give too much, you know. That doesn't give good OK or that many plus frames. Okay, Victor is okay. In here, I might even put him a bit higher, but I think he's okay. For now, we don't see a lot of very high level Victor players. Don't see that many of them. Especially those who are utilizing him well. Because that high power crush is dumb, while running to dumb. Gosei, we see Gosei, but as I said, we don't see too many of them. I think Gosei might be the only one. I don't remember anyone else. Arsenal was playing him, but he instantly switched. He was like, nah, fuck that. Azucena! Oh, now that's a character. So, yeah, it's a little bit weird to talk about Victor, but he doesn't seem bad. That's why he's like in this tier. But as I said, I would see the argument to even put him above because I don't have that much experience when it comes to this character. And as I said, the new characters are a little bit iffy to talk about outside of Azucena. DBM was playing him, but nowadays mostly Jin. Yeah, because he realizes Jin is better. Because Jin is 100% better. 100%. So yes, I don't think Victor's top 10. Right now he's even below top 15, but he's definitely not top 10. But to be honest, the characters that matter, like if I'm completely honest, right? The characters that matter are top 10 or maybe like top 15. Maybe top 15, but it's mostly like these characters, these 10, and then maybe Reina. And these are the characters that are like, holy fucking shit, I'm scared for my life. Fuck these characters. Those are the problematic characters, right? But everyone else is more on the okay side, a little bit more on the okay side, right? A little bit more. But even they have a lot of bullshit. That's why I want to see a lot of nerfs in general. Please don't buff this game, bro. Namco, don't buff it. I don't know what they were thinking. Please don't buff it. Victor is so mid. Yeah, because everyone's was abusing the throws. Now everyone dropped him because the throws aren't broken anymore. I think Arslan was doing the same thing. In the tournament, I saw him spamming that throw when it was broken. Shameless. Shameless. Maybe nerf some stuff. Maybe Namco. Yeah, maybe Namco, please. Like, I'm losing so much hope in them, I'm even saying maybe. Yeah, they said they wanted to buff it. That's why I'm saying please nerf stuff, please. Okay, this is okay. Lee's on an okay spot here. Brian's okay here. Claudio's okay. These 3 characters deserve to be here as well. Like, I tried to order things, but the thing is, I don't want you guys to take the ordering way too seriously. But I tried to order things, but this game is hard to order things. Outside of this top 10, which I'm like 100% very, what's, true, not true, but I'm basically sure about it, is what I want to say. I put Kazuya bottom 1. I did, bro. What you mean? The worst character in the game. Worst character in the game, bro. Please. Please buff Kazuya. Please. So this seems okay. Like, this also seems okay. Steve has a lot of problems when it comes to mixing people up, when it comes to, like, low options, right? In Heat, he does have that clutch, but it's so risky to do. You wouldn't mind low range on TP? Make Wall Tank 2 15. Please. Asuka is an okay spot as well. As Alas said, he will not be against putting Asuka even higher than Steve, but I think this is like an okay spot. You put Leroy next to Kaz? Nah, bro. You'll see my Kaz later. You'll see the ranking of my Kaz later. So Kuma is also an okay spot because he shits out damage. Holy fuck. His old safe launching down 4-2. No, please don't do that. Do not do that. I don't want that brain dead move, man. Especially if it tracks again. Please no. Please don't. Like, I don't want buffs. Don't buff these characters. Nerf these guys. For fuck's sake. The Raven's okay spot as well. I just wish his down 4-1 didn't track. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Please remove those kind of stuff. Please. It's so annoying. Zafina is okay spot as well. Not bad. And then Panda, just because the Kuma has an electric and heat. But as I said, S-. Please, guys, remember this. Look. S+, S, S-. There's literally no one in A+ tier. Everyone's at least S-. That's how strong the characters are in this game. In my opinion, right? Pay attention to that. Needs nerfs on Lars besides Den 3 and Demon Flip. Nerfs on Lars besides Den 3 and Demon Flip. I think Demon Flip 4 shouldn't really be that safe. I think it's way too little minus. Maybe at least make it -9. That would be good. If it's -10, I would be okay with that as well. And Demon Flip shouldn't crush that much. If not at all. It shouldn't. The orbital shouldn't crush as much as it does as well, because the 2-1 into orbital setup is one of the most brain dead setups I've ever seen. I don't know who came up with that. Holy shit. Orbital less crushing. I should just remove crushing when it comes to Lars. I'm gonna be honest. And also something like Den 1-2 is really dumb right now. Holy fuck, that move is dumb. I hate that move. And a Kuma player came up with that, I think. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I think that's Goki Akuma, the Akuma player. I mean, he did used to play Akuma. But yeah, I wouldn't nerf too much, but he definitely deserves nerfs. Also, maybe reduce the damage just a little bit, like just a bit, maybe. I know Lars is known for good damage, but now he has pressure as well. Like, please nerf his damage too. He's dealing Dragonov tier damage sometimes. Depending on the combo, obviously, but sometimes he's dealing that damage. His wall combo does 26, which is most likely the highest one. Yeah, send 2 crushing. Just remove his crushing. I don't like crushing, man. Okay. What do you guys think about the tier list so far? I'm gonna like do the Kazuya in a little bit, but what do you guys think of the tier list so far? You appreciate the S+, SS- tiers? Yeah, I think this is the most accurate one. You like the tier list a lot. Happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm like okay with it too. Every character is ridiculously good. The characters are really good in this game. Like, really good. Oh, actually, it was like this. I forgot. This was the tier list. I didn't put Dragonov 2. I put Dragonov 3. Making this thing for follow. Because in tournaments, I think these two characters are better. Long sets, Dragonov, I think is better. But this is the tournament tier list, so that's just how it looks. Claudio should be a bit higher. I get the sentiment. As I said, you shouldn't put the ordering too seriously. Outside of like top 15 maybe, or top 11. The ordering shouldn't be taken that seriously. I tried to order it, but it's not that serious. It's really not. Like, I can even put Claudio somewhere here sometime, maybe, right? But it's fine. Jun has the potential to be S+, definitely. But I don't think she's as bullshit than these 5. She's just not, in my opinion, right? But as I said, I'm saying this for the 4th time now. She's the most broken, non-broken character. Which is also very easy to play. But, yeah. I think the tier list is fine. Feels okay. Okay for now. But now, we have to deal with this guy. We gotta deal with this man. Yeah, Jin is also kinda new, right? For most people. No bias. Yeah, obviously no bias. No bias at all. I would not be biased for my main. Actually, maybe. I would never be biased. Maybe. Maybe. But yeah, about Gaz. Let's say a lot of stuff about Gaz, right? I think what Gaz does is actually really, really good. I think Kazuya is a strong character. I've always called him mid-tier. Always, always. But when I say mid-tier, I don't want you guys to actually think that I'm downplaying him, right? I'm not downplaying him. I think he's incredibly good. Incredibly good. But his consistency is an issue. I wish they did solve it, because a lot of stuff kinda drops sometimes when it shouldn't. You can do some easy combos for it, but you're sacrificing so much damage. And now they even nerfed CD1, and I just don't know why they did it. But Us still is the same character, more or less, even with this nerfed CD1. Even with the nerfed CD1. But I think he is still S. I think he's somewhere here. Somewhere here. In my opinion. You might even argue this. You can argue this. Like, these two characters are actually very close. Right? You can't even argue this. I wouldn't mind that. But I think he is here. Career at stake. Nah, bro. Nah, it's here. This is my tier list. GX, thank you for follow. It's here, bro. We have to put Kazuya here just so Namco doesn't nerf him again. Please don't nerf this character, man. What are you doing? Man. Like, as I said, I just don't want to. I don't want to talk good about this character because for some reason they nerf him. Yeah, I mean, Reina's the best Mishima. There's like not even a debate for me. But I think Kazuya here makes sense. Even this makes sense. But what I think when people are talking about the Devil Jin Kazuya, right? For me, it's like an opinion. Like, this is not something I'm saying objectively. It's an opinion that Devil Jin is better just because of the Heat Smash existence. Right? But you can also have the opinion of that Kazuya is better. But what I think is that Devil Jin and Kazuya players should just shake hands and say, fuck this game. Why are we playing this hard-ass characters when everyone spams power crushes? I think that's my opinion on it. They should just shake hands and say this game is bullshit. Both of us are pretty close and straight, but this game is bullshit. That's what they're supposed to do. They're not enemies here, okay? We're not rivals. We are not. We're playing hard characters here. Shake hands. We're brothers in arms. But yeah, this is somewhat what it looks like. That's their plan to make us fight inside each other. True. Dude, we're the only Mishimas left in the game. Bro, we're brothers in arms. We Devil Jin and Kazuya players. Shake hands with Brian players? Fuck Brian players, man, with their cheap ass taunt. Cheap ass taunt back 4. Million that. Fuck Brian players. Cheap as fuck. When Heihachi, yeah, I mean, as I said, Heihachi was a Mishima. Reina is not a Mishima. Leroy is also underrated. Yes, that's why he's S tier and not down here. Does Jin? No. Definitely not. That's a definite no. Can't feel the respect when you fight another Kaz. Yeah, Kazuya players kind of need to be defensive. Just like Devil Jin kind of has to be defensive sometimes too. It's a little bit less when it comes to Devil Jin because Devil Jin can be offensive. But Kazuya can also be offensive. It would segregate things a lot better. Yeah, but I don't think that's accurate. You are correct that it would actually segregate things a lot better. It would actually differentiate more characters with each other. But if I do that, then I would maybe create the kind of thought where a character is maybe not as strong. Like if I put these guys in A+ and put some of these guys in S-, I would cause the thought to occur that, oh damn, these guys might be so much weaker than these guys. But if I put everyone in basically the same letter tier, then I would also create that kind of mindset that, okay, all characters are more or less strong. More or less all of them are strong. Which is what I wanted to, you know, say with this tier list. Jin and Ina are similar to Claudio, that does not mean they are. That doesn't mean they are. Even though these characters are S tier as well, just like these characters, that doesn't mean this character is the same strength as this character. It does not. Then I would have to put a tier for literally every character. For literally everyone. Go from A to Z. On who's top 1 to top 32. This is ordered. They're not the same. They're definitely not the same. Some of them are pretty close to strength, but they're not the same. You can't say Jun is the same as Leroy just because both of them are in S tier. I don't think that's logical. You should not assume something like that. Not enough letters in English alphabet. Hey, we have 33 characters. Okay. Let me go over this tier list once more. Let's see if everything's maybe a little bit off, maybe. So S+ and top 10 I really don't need to think about. I've said this a lot. We're not the same. Fix necktie. Seems okay. The orders, yeah, orders. I already said to not take the orders too seriously, but I'm still okay with it. Outside of top 11, you shouldn't take orders too seriously, because I said top 11 and not top 10 because I need to include Reina. Platypus, thank you for following. But I also can't put these guys next to these guys, right? Because that's really disingenuous. Really disingenuous. Leo so high. Bro, I'm a Leo player, right? One of my secondaries was Leo, and I actually know how strong he is. Leo is low-key very fucking strong. Trust me about that. I speed labbed him yesterday as well, and people who watched it will also agree. Will also agree. He has no execution requirement anymore if he has Heat Burst. If he has Heat Burst, he has no execution requirement to his combos after up 4-2-1 while standing 2 or QCF 2-1 counter hit. He just combos. Wall splatting mid Heat Smash, right? Wall splatting. If it whiffs, he just jumps away from you, most likely can't punish it. On block, you get mixed up because you're -8. And it has slide tracking, which is crazy to even think about. And it has perma install and heat, which gives a conformable wall splat. Mid wall splat that can confirm. Or a high mid, if I remember correctly. Nah, Leo definitely deserves to be here, so it's crazy how... I mean, it's because not a lot of people see Leo, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Leo's wall combos are amazing, damage is amazing. He actually deals Dragonov tier damage sometimes. Actually, though. We'll see about Paul needs. I'm not sure, man, but don't buff the characters. That's all I'm saying. The main message here, don't fucking buff anyone. Nerf the shit out of everyone. I'm even gonna be okay if you nerf us, as long as you nerf everyone as well. But why the hell are you nerfing this character where these guys exist? Why are they thinking? Why are they thinking? Okay, so let's remove this tier. And I think that's okay. I'm gonna be posting this on YouTube as well. Let me save this. Download. Okay, The only thing I'm not happy about, to be honest, to be like completely honest, is that I'm not ranking Eddy, but it's way too early for me to rank Eddy. Like, way too early. If it's up to me, I would literally put him at least S tier. Yeah, hypothetically, I was just about to say that. I would put him at least S tier, that's like a minimum. Maybe even top 10, maybe. Because Eddy seems very strong, but as I said, I don't know enough about the character to even talk about him. But he seems very strong, like very fucking strong. Xiao is still the release version, more or less. Xiao wasn't changed much. Still is very strong, S plus tier, that's why she's here. He's right after Xiaoyu. I mean, I can't argue with you, as I said. I can't argue. I can't talk about this character. I don't know enough. I haven't lapped him properly yet. Seems okay. This seems okay. So I'm gonna post this on YouTube as well. I'm gonna post it on Twitter, obviously. We gotta post it on Twitter. Let's see how much they actually disagree. That's like the most important part. I want to see why they disagree, for example. Maybe they're gonna say I'm downplaying Gaz again. Put him in next to Lily, because apparently Kazuya is as strong as Lily, or maybe Kazuya is as strong as Law or Shaheen, apparently, right? So yeah, as I said, I'm gonna be posting this on YouTube. So yeah, YouTube, big thank you for watching, guys, and till the next vid.